Sardonyx, what do you know about this place?
Yeah, per se, I, I just know it's the cliffside of Dawn.
You can roll a history check to kind of determine, like, you're not going to learn like high specifics about this place, but you'll be able to kind of make guesstimates to what kind of settlement this once was, or what the significance of the site is, or anything like that, and combine certain knowledge you have, if you like.
Okay, this thing.
You would know that this probably was one of the primary parts of Door, or at the very least, this was a as part of it, in the sense that this was a part of the uh, Goliath settlement here. As in, the temple you guys had walked past may have been built more recently, or it's possible it was built by Goliaths, but likely that was, despite its location being here, may have had separate origins. Versus this little area, per se, is a place Goliaths may have lived, and given its area, this might have been, like, potentially significant. But given the actual stuff here, there doesn't seem to be any like huge statue or any. Well, actually, you can do a perception check to kind of look for things, but there doesn't appear to be a big statue here, nor does it appear to be like some like holy temple or really anything. It looks like more normative homes. But what I can say is that what was I gonna say? That the one thing you do know about the site from the drawing that you can kind of implicate is that there is a well here, which is weird because this is a weird place to have a well, given this is like at the top of a hill that's relatively rocky and like over a cliffside almost. It's a very bizarre place to have a well. It might not even be a functional well. It's like it's just an odd thing.
Can I do a perception check for like searching around these kind of like
Sure,
house ruins?
sure.
Oh
Ooh.
God!
With a nat one, you find like you do not find much. You find some bricks.
Can I investigate the well?
Yeah, you can. The well looks to be. Actually, what's your passive perception?
'Mine's
16.
20.
Okay. Actually, this is gonna be weird. What's your passive investigation?
Um, I just stand there. I guess.
It should be generated the same way that passive perception's generated, but it's or calculated, but with the uh
Go
investigation
with.
instead, more so int. Okay. But what I would say is what this appears to be. It looks to be a well, and it's filled up with like rocks and dirt. But an examination that's not even that deep immediately kind of tells you that there's an iron plate directly, like, that's clearly visible, kind of like from a distance it might not be, but like once you look at it you can kind of tell, yeah, directly under these bits of dirt and rock, like stones almost, there's a metal plate of sorts. Kind of like almost as if it's a kind of blocking something. It's not deep, it's only a couple inches in. And it looks to be like attached to the pulley system almost. Which looks like it may have seen potential use more recently, meaning it might have had someone may have installed something here, but it doesn't look like it's in the rope looks extremely in bad repair, with a lot of it missing. Okay. With that, could you roll investigation?
Okay.
You you kind of looking a little more about this, it becomes clear that you can like kind of put pressure upon. Hey, Stardogs, you have your car? Or do you have a fan next to you?
What the hell?
Can you do push to talk? Oh, just as okay. I was just gonna answer their question. I didn't realize I was kind of hoping it wasn't them who were doing that. Okay. While that's happening, is anyone else kind of searching around this site or anything? Okay, I actually feel kind of silly with this. I will say for Snowcap, in terms of like looking around things, you got a pretty bad score. But I will say, give you a little saving grace, where you have a high passive perception. So let's say that like around the hounds, you don't really find anything of note, just mainly because you're mostly focusing on like bricks and just having a bad time, I guess, in terms of looking at things. But I will say that you would notice there seems to be like a little portion, like a slightly uplifted portion, like right here, that has like carved feet, and then and then like whatever, if there was a statue to it, it's not there, just carved feet, seemingly.
Wait, where?
Right here. Okay. Before I answer this, I will get back to Sardox because I just rejoined. You with that with a 13, I'd say it seems to be that you can kind of put pressure on this metal plate a little bit, and you can most likely flip it or like keep it sideways or whatnot, which will give you access to the well. Meaning that this is almost like a little like this is something, a door is a wrong term, but this is like kind of like in a lid per se. That just seems to have rocks on it or whatnot to maybe make it seem less like an actual lid from a distance.
Okay.
Now, why that would make sense given its location seems kind of odd, because from a distance, you know, like, would just be a wrong betrayal, but there could be greater implications to that. But yeah. What are the rest of you doing? Yagram, are you looking at the feet?
Yep.
Okay. What you see appears to be it's initially a little unclear if this is an unfinished statue that they started from the feet up, or if it's a broken statue that seems to be missing the rest of it. There are some stones kind of placed around there, like some stuff that looks to me mostly from the wall. So it's, at least from your perspective, you're not like, it's not immediately obvious whether this was once a statue or is once a unfinished statue.
Okay.
Albeit you
Can I
could
do a history check to kind of see if?
yeah, I guess we could do that. We'll leave this like as that, or like do you have is there a thing called artist supplies, or is that painting? I think if you have
That's
proficiency.
painting.
Okay,
Mason supplies is what you would want.
if you have proficiency with mason supplies, I'd let you roll that too.
I sadly don't.
Okay. Yeah, but you could do a history, I guess, or just actually just a flat int should be fine. I feel history is a little too. This is more like looking from like an art perspective. As in like the methods of how this.
I just
You could do what you're. I guess straight in for now. Oh, actually, no. Good. History's fine. That's like a one difference anyway. Yeah, it looks to be. Now that you're kind of looking at it, and you kind of examine some of the like creases on the top, it actually does kind of look like the rock had been like broken at some point, and that there may be the rest of the statue. Additionally, you kind of like based off the kind of designs of the shoes, like of the statue, it kind of looks like something that might be like for a warrior or something per se, albeit not necessarily someone who would be in full armor or anything, but definitely like looks like, you know, boots of some kind, but more so Goliath boots. And that's it. There's not like any that's as much as you can work off. What I'll say is it seems to be very old, like maybe potentially, you know, like 700 to 800, maybe more years, but there isn't any writing anywhere on the like what remains of the slab.
Okay. Any of you remember which god was greatly worshipped in this area?
Can I make a history check to see, Ian?
Sure. Albeit, yeah.
Natural 20 for a total of 30.
It's complicated, but if you could, if Sardonyx shared it, this particular portion may be of a Goliath settlement, or you know, I'd say generalistically, when you think of Dora, you think of a Goliaths. So I'd say that given what this is mostly associated with, and the clans that are mostly associated here, it would probably be Praise Felger. Albeit you've also heard bits at various other points in time or other clans here, so it could be Praise Felger, but it's just as possible for it to have been Fiazi per se, which is the god of Sardaris' clan, and or a Skadi. That would also be a god that was worshipped here. So it kind of varies depending on clans. Several Goliath clans have lived in this general area. This specific like little bit is unclear, but it probably most likely to be the given stuff you think you look around would determine to be a of the Norfeeder clan, meaning it would probably be the god worshipped drum is there probably would have been the first one I said.
Okay, I communicate that to Yagram.
Can I do a religion check to see
As
if
in Prince
there's
Elder.
like any great stories known about Giselger?
Yeah, you can.
18.
There kind of isn't. Vreisvelger is a significant god, but it's not one that's you have many tales on. They are a powerful Jotun that mainly takes the form of this large bird, likely an eagle or hawk, that definitely is a rather mysterious figure. It may have a humanoid or giant form, but that's not like Fiazi. It is also very likely to be related to Fiazi, albeit depending on who you ask, it kind of depends. Albeit most people say that they're likely to be a brother of Fiazi.
No, okay.
What the main thing you would know, like over in terms of what they represent, would be that they're a god of like winter, and that they are known. I guess if any story per se would be that it's kind of viewed as being a when they flap their wings, that creates the winds of the world. Whether that being literally true or not. They also have some association with death.
Okay, well, I'll communicate that with the rest of the party.
All right.
Okay.
I would like to do a nature check. These plans here, like generally, what kind of plans are these?
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. I am pretty sure. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It should be plus another +6 because this would be a case of my natural explorer.
There's a bit of moss here, quite a bit here there, and you also see some ferns and something you're not really clear on, but you've been told is you've heard of the word succulent before, and it's been described to you by certain shamans, and you think that's what some of the stuff is here. But if that is here, and there's also ferns here, it's really weird given this location, albeit like because you are kind of. It seems just in like an odd place to find certain plants like this, especially succulents, which apparently are like found way farther south. You've never seen a succulent in real life up until now, if these are indeed succulents, which like you're based off the description of what you told by them. These look like this little plant, these little smaller green plants look like succulents, and this seems like a very strange place to find them.
I'm taking some. Of the succulent.
Additionally, along some of the ferns, there's a bit of there's not too many, but there's a parasitic plant called mistletoe. You do see a little bit of that as well. Albeit not a lot of it. Mistletoe typically grows on trees, so its presence in these ferns is a little unusual and doesn't seem to be the healthiest here. Okay. Two things. Jevabu, you're kind of a person who's properly kind of looking down the edge.
Mhm.
I would like you to. What is your passive perception?
11.
Okay. Well, first of all, let me ask this: are you actually looking down the edge, or just kind of looking the other way?
No, right now, yeah, I'm kind of looking out over the cliff. Just kind of seeing what's going on down below us, like on the shore. If there's anything cool going on in the water.
Without doing a perception check, and you can do one if you'd like now. But generally, there's a little bit of land beneath here. It kind of extends a little bit, but mostly it goes straight to water. Like as in this wouldn't be here. It's mostly water up until for like a good I want to say good like a couple miles, and then extends to the other side of the fjord. This being the Dordal fjord. You do see a couple things of interest, but I would like you to roll a perception check if I want to give you kind of. Actually, I'd like you to roll a perception check to determine that.
Okay, I do have aspect of the eagle.
Okay.
I can see up to 1 mile away with no difficulty. Can I do that with advantage? Since it's
Sure.
it's like a fjord.
Sure.
Cool. Hell
Okay.
yeah.
You firstly you hear some noises. You can definitely there's a lot of bird-like things, and you can kind of see some things fly down here. Albeit it's hard to make out perfectly, but there seems to be some creatures that are flying that, well, some look like deer with wings. Then
Okay.
there's like other things that kind of look like sardonyx, but a little different. Like it's hard to tell, but you don't see hands. Like they have wings, but you don't see hands. But they might have hands, but you don't see them.
Okay. How big do these things look?
Around the size of like Yagram or a snowcap. Possibly a little smaller than sardonyx.
Okay. All right. And they all kind of look like kind of weird like this. There's no like normal looking birds.
Well, you see some other birds here. There's definitely some. There's possibly like puffins or something way down there, but that's like 400 feet down or at least. And it's hard to make out specifics of what's down there. But there's definitely a lot of birds in the sky. There's some hawks here, there, and there's some like some other more varied, like maybe like a winter goose or potentially like an albatross. Although there might be one fairly far away. Okay. Additionally, I'd say you also hear like a you would hear amongst like all this noise of kind of looking down of these birds, because there's I say there is birds. There's like farther down there's like potentially like seagulls or some type of thing amongst, or puffins or something like that. You could hear the things, the echoes of the birds coming up, but not too far down. you think you heard like a squawk, but it was really loud and really low, and almost kind of like, given the winds up here kind of harsh, it almost kind of blended with the winds a little bit, so you weren't certain you heard it, but if you did, there must be something down here. And what I can say is, actually, let me ask this: are you guys kind of standing supremely, or are you kind of peering down, or kind of maybe a little recklessly, or no?
Probably not.
Especially
Just
given your
because of
like
my size, and it kind of looks like there's not too much to the rock on the edge.
Yeah, as soon as you had, like, if Tusk's IRL, like, bending down to look at something would probably push you a little, you have all that weight
Yeah.
up in your face.
Yeah, no,
Um,
not doing that.
Final thing is, what I can say is, down at the very bottom, there's, you can see, like, a little beach. There seems to be stairs that lead up to some type of cave, and there might be another cave, you're not sure, or fully sure, but there looks to be some statues down there, and there looks to be some creatures down there. There's definitely the poppins, but you think you see something else. There looks to be little definitely some humanoids of some kind. It's hard to make out specifics because it's kind of far away, and there's winds, and there's a bit of clouds in the way even.
Okay. And what direction is that? And the stairs?
You are looking south. But if this this area, this beach area, it would be like directly below here, probably around here or so.
Oh, that's right
Around,
below
yeah.
us. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, there seems to be some you see you also notice, I would say, an island in the fjord, not too far away.
Okay. Where's the island?
It's probably
Like what
let's check the
direction?
map to me to be helpful. It would be kind of I would say to the west a little bit. But not too
West.
far. Like it would be probably like
Like this
a
direction?
mile or probably a half a mile, or about a mile to the west. You see a little island.
Okay. West on like the map that we're on here, or west?
West on since you're actually wait
So it'd be like to the
let
left
me
of the map
rephrase.
here?
Yeah, it would be like to the west, not the west of this. I mean, this map you're looking is the upward portion of the map is going south. But so but in a realized sense, it's westward. Let me just pick on the map, and I'll just ping. So yeah,
It's the right side.
yeah. So
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple other things I would have mentioned if you got a little higher, but I don't want to quite go there. Okay. What are you doing is Sardonyx and Drot. Are you doing anything with the well?
I'm definitely using the mechanism, trying to turn the plate over so it's
It's a bit, it's a little rusty and more so a little bit iffy because there's a lot of rocks on it. I would like you to roll a strength check, I guess, actually, to kind of push the
You sure you don't want
push the mechanism
athletics?
down? I could. I mean, I feel like if there's a time to use a strength, say, a check, and not an athletics check, I feel like it'd be now, because it's just kind of pressing down on a substance rather than performing some athletic task. But it could be athletics. I can do that. That's fine. Okay. You kind of get it. It almost gets, but you can't, and you can't quite get it, but you eventually manage to push it. However, you kind of it kind of slaps back in place a little bit. You needed to have had a harder hold on it so that you could kind of hold it in place a bit longer, and you weren't quite able to manage it. So it basically kind of tilted a little bit, and some rocks kind of pushed down a little bit, but then it kind of fell back in place.
Jeffrey, can you give me a hand?
Drop will help.
Yes, here. Sorry, I took a big bite right when you asked that. Yes, I will help.
Do I just
Okay.
roll it again with advantage?
You can do strength or athletics.
Probably just gonna.
Okay. You press on this thing and mash this metal panel down. It slides up, and then those rocks and dirt just slide down around a good or so 30 feet or so down. And you kind of can look down, and it seems to be that there looks to be like a room down there. It doesn't just look like a bottom of a well. It looks to be like a room of some kind.
Interesting. I'm gonna be quite frank. I was not expecting to find something notable up here. My goal is down there off the cliff. But maybe we can find something of great value.
Who knows what is here? Perhaps it is been untouched by the hags.
Perhaps.
Hags normally like ordering though. Would anyone care to investigate with me?
Yeah, I'll take a look. Do I just roll investigation advantage, or?
We are going down a well. You said it's 30 feet and it's a room, Ian?
Yeah. It seems 30 feet down. There's keep in mind, because of the you kind of the lid's now sideways. You could either try to break it off, to get Jevabu down. Otherwise, the rest of you can definitely get down. Albeit, if it looks to be that if Jevabu probably just put their weight on it, they could probably crash the whole little thing down.
Understandable. Yeah, I'd go down.
Okay.
I'd be careful.
Let me just check something. All right. Who goes down?
Yagram.
Okay.
Drop will go down.
Snowcap will
So-
go down.
You four, or potentially more, put your characters down. Yeah, here. Where I'm pinging. Otherwise,
okay.
I'll put it down for you if you don't see the pings.
I see
Okay.
that thing.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast enlarge reduce on myself.
I will say, if you just moved the thing out of the way or like tore it off, you could jump in there without having to do that. But if you want to try to hide your presence here and like flip it back in place as you come down, that would also work. If you did, if you used or reduce like you are.
Okay, it's big enough.
It's
If
you'd
I
have
just
it's big enough if you break the lid. If you
Okay.
like you could just like put your weight in the lid and the lid would fall down, or you could rip the lid off, or you could reduce and fit down there without breaking the lid.
I'll just stick with my original plan. I'll just reduce.
Okay.
Not make any noise.
Okay, I will put you down. Here we go. You guys find yourself in a strange chamber of sorts. It's kind of silent. You can hear the echoes of maybe stuff outside, but that's, and potentially some other things, but it's a relatively silent location. It's hard. It looks like no one's been here for a while, but it's not like definite. Like there may have been like explorers here more recently, maybe even hags, but it definitely is clear that there is quite a few spider webs and a lot of very old like pottery and all sorts of stuff down here. And the air has a musty or kind of uncomfortable sense to it. Yeah. What do you guys do? Oh, I didn't mean to ping, sorry.
What's the vision light situation down here?
Let me just reconfirm. It's should be dark vision. However,
Oh,
sorry,
okay.
it should be dark. However, I will say, let me just fix something real quick. Right there would be because of the well opening. This is light for you.
Okay, nice. Thank you.
Good.
Well, what do you people say we get to exploring?
I say yes.
All right then. Oh.
Leave.
Okay, all of you gather around. I
Okay.
think I found something interesting here.
Yagram. Oh, yeah. Right when you stepped. Actually, where your current location is.
Right there
Yagram.
or right there?
Well, regardless, either is honestly fine. You feel this weird sensation, like you just stepped in a unnaturally cold place. It's unless like in a like you were in a snowy area, it's like it feels like the temperature just suddenly dropped like as you stepped. It's strange. It's like it's almost like there's an area like right where you are that's weirdly cold.
Does it remind me of the dragon, of the white
No.
dragon?
This feels like a different coldness to it. It's weird. It's not quite. It's a different kind of sensation even. And Snowcap, you're not really. You can kind of deal with the cold, but you feel this too. It's a weird, like almost unnatural change in temperature, but not even in like the typical magical way with the dragon or anything. It's a almost like a different kind of unnatural coldness. It just feels
No.
strange.
Would I, as a paladin, know what type of entity or what type of magic is causing this sensation?
You can use divine
Um,
sense.
Yeah, you could.
I will use divine sense.
Before you guys say that, I will say, Snowcap, at that location, same for Draught, you guys also feel weirdly cold. Sardonyx not no, and also no for Jebabu and Norlis, but draw your current location. It feels like right next to you, like there's this weird coldness. Albeit when you move over here, it kind of lessens a little bit.
We'll smash the pots around him.
Okay. Oh, okay. In that case, as you start to kind of do this, I would like you to, you suddenly, I would like you to roll a charisma saving throw.
All right.
Don't do
And before we do that, I'll look at the divine sense. I'll say that you get an idea that this space, Yagrum, is likely associated with some kind of undead. And you would know that potentially a non, I guess, physical undead, like a ghost or shadow or banshee or something like that. And with the divine sense specifically, within 60 feet, I would say that you have this feeling that there's something directly in front of you, something right over here, and then
We didn't see where you pinged.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. That's GM there. Okay. There's something right over where you're standing, right here. Something over where Draught is, around here. And then there seems to be, Yagram, a sensation over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But Draught, as you kind of start crushing these pots and things, you suddenly see this like ghostly figure just look at you for a little bit, and it tries to rush at you as you kind of break these vases, and it kind of reveals its form. It looks like it tried to like imbue itself onto you or something, but it seems to have failed. And it just
Drop
kind
will
of stares at
immediately
you.
attack it.
Okay, roll initiative. You can make your attack and then roll initiative, and that will take up the action of your turn. Of your first turn.
Oh, 17. Does that hit?
Let me just make sure it's everything good. Let me just see. Yes, it does.
Oh, cool. I'm smiting it. I'm smiting it, and it's a 4th level pack slot. Yeah, I the joys of working out how much smite damage that actually is.
You smited my phone out of my pocket, Chief.
2d8. Yeah, it should be max. That's a max of 5d8 on the damage of it. So base damage. There we go. Plus the 2 necrotic it will take from the start of its turn from the wound, and then the smite. No, only extra 15. Is it a undead?
Is that something you would get by doing smite?
I need to know in case I add the extra d8 for it being undead or fiend.
Is this a?
It's literally base.
Is there?
Base...
Is there? Do I have to tell you, and then can I just say it took extra? I do.
Yeah.
Unless
I can't just have you roll it and you be unclear if it like did the extra damage or not.
No, that actually sounds very reasonable. Yes. Because we don't see actual numbers. So roll it, and it's up to you whether or not it takes it, yeah.
There you go, that's all my damage.
Because I realize I know since there is mechanics around identifying undead like just we did, it feels a little weird for me to like for me to be absolutely clear to you whether it actually did or not. But I mean, you can roll the full damage, but like, you know, I'm not gonna tell you. Okay, well.
There we go. Cool.
It was silent at first, but as you
The extra damage is also radiant.
like slice into it, it starts to make these like almost muted whispers of that are like uncomfortability, and it sounds like it's uncomfortable with what you're doing, or maybe even like sad or despaired, but it's mostly just a sense of like uncomfortable sounding whispers and voices.
Suffer, vile shade!
Okay.
Jibu's gonna light a torch. So when you get a sec, can I get 20 feet?
Once you since we're getting into combat, you can do that on your turn, unless you feel like that's kind of shitty for me to do. Unless you were planning to do prior.
Yeah.
They probably did it as Drought was smashing pots as they were moving into the darkness at different times.
Well, I will say, like, within like 6 seconds of them smashing pots, the thing happened.
Yeah, but they probably would have lit the torch as soon as they like got down and got situated.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, or at least when I was getting like at least out to the darkness, that was my plan.
It's dark here. I'm going to light a torch.
Okay.
Reasonable.
So when you get a sec, can I get 20 feet and 20 feet of dim?
Okay. I'll give you that. Yeah, Gro, it's your turn.
Thank you.
I'll change the music in a second.
Don't people need to roll initiative?
Yeah.
Has everyone done that?
No.
But,
Oh, I'm looking at the old initiative. Oops. Okay, I just screwed that up. Who didn't? Let's see. Who rolled initiative? Only Draught and Yakram. Okay. Oh, stop. Oh, well, actually, that's fine. I
They're all
just
getting
have a
put
lot
on
from last
automatically
time.
now.
Yeah. Okay, good. Let me just.
No, it's just no one was left to roll.
Did you? Okay, that's.
Yeah, everyone's rolled.
So I looked at the old one. I forgot I hadn't got rid of that yet. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I hope I don't have any duplicates. I think we're good. Yeah. Okay, Snowcap, you go.
Okay. I am just gonna I think I might hold my action.
Hold your action to do what though?
To attack with my bow.
But attack what though?
What's the trigger?
If the weird thing like starts attacking.
Okay.
Everybody's turned in.
Okay. So that's you're just holding your action?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you say starts attacking, would you mean starts attacking you or Jebabu? Or like or if you see it like let's say attack someone far away like draw it, you'll fire at it.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you specifying this one in particular or the one
Yeah.
that was potentially over here?
Well, that's
The
potentially
one
over
by
there.
Draught.
Okay.
Also,
So it attacks
only Yakram
desired.
knows that, so Snowcap wouldn't even know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jev is still trying to light his torch. Can I get 20 feet of bright vision and 20 feet of dim?
Deal with the music. I apologize for not doing it here, right here.
No, you're good.
Furiously trying to light his torch.
Feel bad about that. Here.
It got a bit damp.
Okay, I think that works. Yeah.
Oh, much better. Damn, you make work of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to bonus action rage and take some swings at this guy in front of me. It's a normal roll, but then my damage is reduced from this.
Yes.
Right? 4. Okay. 13 to hit.
Okay. That let's see. That hits.
Okay. That's the rage damage. Let me roll d4 real quick. Okay. So 15.
17 damage, unless you're not
17
counting the rage.
total.
But you're not raging, are you?
He is.
No, I said I was bonus action
Ah.
raging. Okay. Do another swing at him.
I'm sorry. Did you subtract 1d4? Is that what
Yeah.
that is?
Yep.
Okay, sorry, I missed that part. I realized it as I asked it too, which is dumb.
You're good. 10 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, no, I'm sorry, I don't want to say that. 10 does not hit. I'm sorry. 13 did hit though. Yeah.
He
And I will say,
whips.
as you did kind of hit it, it looks like you hear these whispers that just feel like a fear of discomfort of the creature, of the thing. And you can
Okay.
see it's like its form seems to kind of wrap against itself and against your like tusks of it as you do that. It looks like it's like moving in ways that if it happened to a person it would be like horrible, but it doesn't seem to have like, I mean, it looks like it's in pain per se, possibly, but it definitely doesn't seem like it's, broken bones, which it doesn't seem to have.
Okay. So it's not doing in like that in like a way like a spirit would do.
Yeah, well, it looks more, well, like a nature spirit's a complicated thing, but like as
Was there
a
a crunch?
what I'm saying
Well,
is
no,
it
no.
basically like
Not nature spirit, more like traditional like ghost.
it
Like
kind of is acting
ghostly
like a
specter.
traditional ghost. It's like, and
Okay.
there's clearly an ethereal nature to it. It just looks like it's like you're mashing when you mash it with these magic weapons of yours. It like
Mhm.
looks like it kind of, basically almost bends its body a little bit. It's and looks uncomfortable, albeit that given its ethereal form, it doesn't seem to, like, if it was a person, it would have broken bones from something like that, but it doesn't have bones.
Okay, it is. Okay, so it is like ethereal. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's that. I have one more thing in movement, so I'll go there. And that's my turn.
Okay. Let me just check something. Oh, let's see. Just check something real quick. All right. Okay. All right. Draw it. Your turn.
Oh, cool. It needs to make the No, it don't. That's on its own turn, not mine. Anyway, you said I used my action to smack it, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I've only got my bonus action. Well, bugger. Well, I do nothing but give it a nasty glare. And I end my turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah,
Um,
it is your turn now.
Very good. Would I by now sort of guess what happened? Why this thing started attacking Draught?
You can. I'll let you roll an insight check without it taking up your action.
Very cool.
Which
Yeah,
I know,
wait.
by the way, how I do these things is pretty inconsistent. I feel. If you feel I probably should have had. Sorry, what you were saying, Ross?
I was gonna say, I wagered you didn't even see it attack him. Because you were looking over here and doing your own investigative things while they were
Yeah.
smashing pots. So you turn around
Yeah.
and see Zebabu and Drat just attacking this spirit up, as far as you can tell, unguardedly.
You know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I've already said that, so I can't now be like, oh, it takes up your action. So that's a little unfair of me. Whatever. I'll just keep what I said. With an 18, you would at least know this. You heard smashing of pots. The ghosts seem to, or the entities seem to, like, attack Draught because of smashing of pots. This cold center near you almost certainly is an undead, possibly the same kind of thing over there. It hasn't done anything to you yet. Possibly this is in relation to the destruction of the pottery.
Well, I feel it. I heard it. Time to see it. I attack it. I attack all the pots around me with my maul.
There are. Do you move to do that? There's no pots within 5 feet of you.
I move.
There's ones right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll attack those.
Okay. Is that your turn?
No, I attack them.
I know. So okay, sorry. Let me phrase that. You can roll the attack if you'd like, but yeah, sure. You can roll an attack if you like. If you get nat 1, you'll miss them, but otherwise you'll hit them. Okay. Yeah. You mash through the pots with your what weapon are you wielding? A maul?
Maul. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You make a good strike and mash through like good 3 pots at once. And a big smash, and then you can use your other attack to hit that like to hit another pot that's in there if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll attack those as well.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
No
so-
entity?
Is that your? Well, we'll see. It's the turn order now. Is that your turn?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You hear. Okay. Suddenly. Beside you. You see it. It forms into the current plane of existence, and seems to look at you. And it has this like expression that looks of dissatisfaction. And it simply stares at you, like angrily.
Can I do something for you?
Not okay, bad. Distrust. Remembrance of uncomfortability. And you just hear soft whispers coming from it. Normalus, it's your turn.
Got it. What are you all doing? Why are you just... What? Why?
There's undead around here.
And?
Let's cure them.
What? You're disturbing their resting place.
They're hardly resting. They're still alive.
They're undead.
Potato, potato.
Nornless doesn't do anything on his turn. Or more so, that was Nornless's turn.
It's the thing's turn.
Whoa.
It seems to, like, it looks uncertain, possibly angry, possibly saddened. Its face is warping in a way that you can't really, like, interpret really anything from it. And then suddenly, it, like, shifts, and it has this visage that's just deeply uncomfortable to look at. It's, like, horrifying. I would like, okay, everyone within 60 feet that can see the ghost of this creature, okay, to roll a, or is it a wisdom saving throw?
My vision is obscured.
It's in such a way that, like, it's like, it looks like it has, like, its face just warps around its head fully. Okay, so yeah, it would be, yeah, if you're so I would say in this case it would be Draught, Jevaboo, Nornalis, Snowcap, Yagram's reasonable.
I mean,
but
Yagram's
not
facing the other way,
Sardonyx.
probably.
I mean, yeah, I guess they did look at the. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I guess that is fair. I typically don't know. I typically have an issue with. Don't love that thing because, like, you could just a lot of it's not really worded in, like, a directional sense, and I don't want people to just say, "Oh, well, it just happened to be looking in the other way." Because since they literally did say that they were looking at the other ghost, I guess that makes sense. That is fair. So yeah, no Yagram, but I will say, like, Snowcap, Nornalis, Draught, and Jevaboo. Sardonyx is behind a pillar.
You have all the people rolled.
Okay, yeah. Let me just check something. I don't think, yeah. So you all seem to, you see this, like, horrific, presence, but you all kind of are, kind of able to push through. This doesn't bother you too much.
Just making sure.
Um,
An 11 passes?
Oh, I didn't see an 11. I did not see that. I'm sorry.
And a
Ignore that.
14?
Norris, you're fine. You push through.
Okay.
Draught, I missed 11. I don't know why I didn't notice that. Okay. Or didn't. I guess I thought it was like a 21 or something. I don't know why I didn't notice.
It can be a 21 if you want it to be.
No. Okay. Norris, okay, not Norris. I'm sorry. Let me phrase this. I will say, Norris, you definitely are a little spooked, but not enough to really be affected. Like, you just are barely of a cusp of not being affected by this kind of thing.
Understood.
But Draught, on the other hand, you are frightened by this thing, and you feel like if you were like a little less ready for this, you feel like this kind of face would affect you even greater. That's his turn. Well, actually,
I was
yeah,
going to say,
it
what
moves,
does that functionally do? So I'm assuming you failed, but is something going to happen? Oh, you're frightened. Okay.
Yes. And then I will say it shifts slightly and morphs its body, like, over here. Still kind of keeping its focus now kind of on Draught, if it wasn't already. Sardonyx, your turn.
You know, I take a few seconds to explore this place, and all I start hearing is the mashing of pottery. She looks at both Draught and then Yakram. Why are we destroying things of historical figure in this place?
I plead the fifth.
If you
the
guys
fifth
want
rule
to
of koboldry. Smash everything.
If you guys want to bring your own demise by doing stupid things, do that on your own accord. But I am not here to waste time, nor am I interested in the petty tomfoolery of whatever. I am so mad.
Petty tomfoolery.
I have no interest in dealing with the dead once we disturb its resting place.
They're not very
There's
dead,
noth-
though, are they?
He has a point.
There's nothing of great significance here, and I suggest we leave.
There's a
Take your time.
stairway over here. It goes down.
I said I suggest we leave.
There might be something here that can help us.
Fine, be my guest, but I am not venturing forward if you guys are going to destroy things that are of great significance to me and my people. So again, I am leaving this place, and I suggest we do the same.
Okay. Whoa. This turn, but we're still doing turn order. Don't move. Okay. Then, as you kind of say that, you see, well, some of you see a much larger ghostly figure suddenly kind of show itself. And I say much larger. This thing's clearly like a giant. It's well, albeit a ghost, with a long, like, morning star of sorts. It seems to just show itself and looks at all of you, kind of gazing mostly upon Nornless and Sardonyx. Weapon at the ready, but, you know,
Okay, wait, I couldn't have
not
moved that
doing
far,
much.
sorry.
Okay. Snowcap, your turn.
I'm unreadying that action.
Well, it's your turn now, so that action is gone. It's a new turn.
Snowcap doesn't do anything. Except move.
I will say there isn't like a rope down here unless you guys said something.
I
This
would
is-
have
it's
probably
like-
put down a rope. Just
There is.
Seeing that
there
you
is a
didn't
one
make
that-
us all take fall damage as we came down 30 feet, we most likely set up a rope.
I kind of give.
Otherwise, we would have
kind
all
of- I
taken
kind of
3d4 fall damage.
I kind of assumed that the idea was like Sardonyx helped you guys down there, but yeah, I can say you set up a rope. There is a rope system in place already. It's albeit that's mostly not great condition, but yeah, you guys could have set up a rope.
I believe it's Zebu's turn.
Jebu, what you?
We're gonna step back a little bit towards the others, and then hold on. I'm gonna step back a little further, and then hold my action and attack either of the bad guys or either of the enemies if they come within striking range of where we are here.
Okay.
Of where I am right here.
Okay. Since you did disengage, let's
Yes,
check the
opportunity.
Yeah. Does a 19 hit?
It does.
Okay. The creature kind of reaches out of you and has this like with its almost a withering touch of sorts, kind of grazing upon your trunk, like and causing it to feel like almost if it's like starting to like partially rot. Not quite that intensive, but like it feels like it's like some of your like nerves are like lessening in function slightly. Not enough to really change anything, but like in that sudden moment you feel it. Take 19 necrotic.
Whew.
Damn.
Okay. Draw it, your turn.
Fast.
And I'd say the rope is like right around here, where the light is.
Well, drop will move here.
Okay.
I'm assuming taking a slap by the
Nope.
ghoul.
You'd already use this opportunity to attack Javabu.
Oh yeah.
Yakram, your turn.
Yes, I will, with great zeal, attack the spirit that spawned next to me.
Okay. All right. That seems to both seem to hit,
All right.
and its face seems to form a like a intensive frown as you hit it, and its body, and you mash into its body, or
It can frown
lack
at
of
me
body.
more as I double smite it.
Ooh. Well, that's
I'll just
already a
roll
lot
it
of
like
damage.
this.
Okay. How do I? I'm sorry. Is a smite something? How do I say this?
Radiant.
You are using your maul is magical, right?
Yeah. No wait, as soon as I would say it probably is undead, so I'm gonna roll the 2 extra d8s for it.
Okay. I was about to say, unless like the smites all together with
no,
the thing,
don't,
the
Jesus.
first 2 attacks would have killed it. But yeah, no, you can still do all that if you wish. I mean, yeah, you go ham, kill this thing.
Jeez, no, not 48, no, Jesus Christ. All right.
Or I guess kill it again per se. But you do a heavy blow, and its form just kind of pops a little bit. It almost like it doesn't even it starts to like you mash into it almost like a balloon kind of, and it seems to just pop, and its form begins to dissipate as its face has this like intensive frown that becomes a scowl as it ends itself from oblivion, or I guess goes to oblivion, or not that's a play, but you know what I mean, like a literal, not literally.
All right, then I would like to just run up here and join the rest of my people. By the way, everyone within a 10-foot radius of me has a +5 to their saving throws.
Okay.
Just making sure. Is your charisma 20?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. That's massive. Nornless makes.
Also very charisma.
Nornless makes his way to the rope and starts to exit.
You guys fucking serious now? You seriously leaving?
Yes.
Okay. You begin to. I would like you to roll. Given this is like a kind of a frantic situation where you guys are hurrying out, would you say would it be fair for me to have you do like an athletics check to climb up? I don't think it would be.
Just pure.
Yeah, no, you would just use I'll just have you guys do it as manually. Yeah. So it's the 30 feet up. So just if you want to like write in somewhere how many feet you moved up, you can. But given its climbing speed, it would be like and you guys, unless you have a climbing speed, it would be half your speed.
Yeah, but I can also dash, so.
Ye. Oh, in that case, you're up there. Okay. I'll put you down. Okay, so you're out of there. You're outside. Okay. This thing starts to move a little closer. 5, 10. Oh, you put your. Oh, why did you put your character down?
Because I
Yeah,
want to be able to
robot.
see the map for however long this is going. And not stare at a black screen.
I mean.
Okay, sure, fine.
I mean, I want. You're streaming it, so you're putting on a video. So actually, do put that down. I think that's fair. But normally, I'm mixed on it. Okay. Okay. So you see, Yagram, this thing seems to slide into the wall somehow, and then it comes out the other side, and seems to try to reach out for your kobold companion.
Throw the companion!
Does a 19 hit Drut?
Yeah.
Yeah. It slides its hand against your cheek, and it seems you just feel this horrible sensation. That's like it's like your nerves are crackling up. Maybe you're like it's almost like you're rotting, but it's not a literal rotting, or maybe it is. You're not sure. But it feels like it. Take 15 necrotic.
Stranger danger.
Why? Okay. Sardonyx, your turn.
I'll go first. Sardonis is probably going to apologize to the ghosts, particularly the large one, and then just leave and fly up.
Okay. Okay, so you fly up. Wait. Okay, sorry, I got confused for a second. Okay. Okay. Once you do that, the large ghost you apologize for seems to look at you kind of as you climb up, and it's unclear what expression it has because its face seems to be lacking eyes mainly, and its mouth is kind of lacks like proper lips. But it seems to peer its head towards Yagram. Yagram, I would like you to roll. Let's see. Let me check this.
Don't touch me.
Oh, this mechanic looks differently than I thought. Okay. All right. I would like you, Yagram, to roll a strength check.
Check or saving throw?
Given the wording here, it's asking you to roll a check.
Okay.
Oh, actually, never mind. I am. Well, actually, never. Actually, what? Actually, no. Yeah. Roll a check.
Gotcha, Chief.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. It seems to, whatever this thing is, it looks like it's maybe prepared for this, who knows what, but it seems to try to move you. It like points it kind of has its hand in your direction, kind of like its fingers kind of curl in a little bit. And you seem to be like pushed kind of close to it a little bit, but not too close. You moved like 5, 10, and then you're moved 5 feet in the air, and it just simply puts its hand back in place, and you're stuck in midair. It seems. How I'll describe this is like, yeah, you are like just stuck in the air, and you're restrained by like a grip of sorts.
Getting force choked.
It seems to simply look at you more, and then seems to utter something in giant. The siren may leave, and so can their friends, but those who have broken what they should not have broken will pay penance, and those who have harmed us will pay penance. You may go, rabbit. It says, possibly looking towards Snowcap, albeit it's looking in your general direction, and this thing doesn't have visible eyes. Okay. Snowcap, your turn.
Kind of like, what imagery is on the pottery?
There's a lot of pottery, so it's kind of varied. Some of them have runic symbols, some have images of birds, some have images of birds that look religious in nature. Others have images of gods and also birds. Others have images of like people's faces. Some have masks kind of painted onto them. There's a lot of variation.
Okay, so I'm gonna go climb up.
Okay. Do you use that dash action to fully do it?
Yes.
Albeit okay. Yeah. So you fly up. Shivabu, your turn.
Gonna make my way towards the rope. Was it 1, 2?
Actually, Bruce, one thing I want to ask, could you do a see what's your
Also, Ian,
Could
should
you
I have
roll
made
a-
a saving throw at the end of my last turn for the frighten?
let me check. By the way, before I say, Jefu, could you roll a perception check real quick for me?
Perception.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn.
It was a wisdom,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yep, it was.
Yep.
Ugh.
That
That-
would have the DC was
That would have been at
that,
18
so yeah.
because I was next to Yagram last turn.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay, it would have succeeded. Yeah. Well, either way, it would have succeeded. But yeah, okay. Yeah. So with the 5, you don't quite see a certain thing.
Okay. Am I right where the rope is, or is it one more space up?
Do you?
Or
The
5 more
idea
feet
is
up?
it's 30 feet of rope, so you could use that, and then I would say once you kind of get to the top of the rope, I just said you would just be up there. But otherwise,
Is the
if
rope
you're
right next
if
to
you're not,
Nautilus, or is it right next to
the
me?
rope is right here. I think I would say.
Oh, okay,
That's
okay.
kind of how I viewed it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll move
I
Nautilus
did
like
that,
right here.
and then I have
She'll move Nautilus over the rope.
5. I have 5 more feet of movement that I'll use to start getting up the rope.
Okay.
You very fucking freak! You better get down here and help us.
Okay. So yeah, right is what I ooh, I guess not. Ooh, actually that works out. Okay. Ooh, wait. Oh, sorry, I reset real quick. Jeff, that was Jeff's turn. Drop your turn.
Drop will.
Wait, and then I guess I'll hold my action to attack in them if they get like within melee
Oh.
range of me here.
Oh, you didn't dash? Okay.
Nope. I used my 7 feet of my 7 space of move.
Okay.
Drop.
That's my turn.
Yeah. Drot's going to snarl again. Use his form of the beast. So that's his bonus action. And he's going to swing at the thing next to him. There's a 13 hit.
Jesus.
13, I believe, hits. Yeah.
Oh, that's 16 damage.
Okay. That is enough to kill it, since it already has taken quite a bit of damage. You kind of slash it with your sword, and it seems to like bisect, and suddenly like it begins to dissipate from there. But there is like almost it's not a pop sound, but kind of looks like it popped almost, as if it was a balloon, but not quite. But yeah, you slice in half, and the thing quickly dissipates as it kind of has this face's scowl of discomfort and uncomfortability.
Well, then he's going to run over to here and bite the thing.
Okay. I would like you to what's your passive perception, Drot?
14.
You can almost hear a slight. It's okay. I have a weird one. I'm gonna ask one of you at random. Okay, hey, Snowcap and Normalist, can you guys meet me in Hidden Secrets for like 5 seconds? I just have a quick question. Do clouds make sounds technically?
Clouds?
Yeah. Would a cloud make a noise as it moved?
Yes, because it's moving.
No, because it's just water particles and dust. It would sound like wind, if anything.
Okay. That's probably what oh, actually that helps a lot. That's probably the best way I could do that. Okay, thank you. That's all.
Just saying, the damage that I did with my last attacks, that isn't even the maximum amount of D8s of D6s that I can throw just with a normal attack.
But yes. So yeah, I bit it.
Oh, by the way, I made this thing a little bit too big. It was like that big. I'm sorry. I kind of overdid it.
Okay, yeah, there's a 17 hit.
A 17. Let me see. Does hit.
Okay, so then it takes 11 magical piercing, an extra d6 from my magic item.
By the way, you can hear this like a slight windy, like this vague like sound of a wind, just very slight coming from here. But it seems you didn't hear it previously, like it, as in if it was a continuous, like if it was an opening that led outside or something, or to a greater hallway, you would have probably noticed the wind sooner. But you can suddenly kind of hear it a little bit.
But yeah,
as you
that's
move a little closer.
that's a d6 of force damage. And then, because I fucking bit it, I get to add my extra Thrill of the Hunt, which is necrotic damage.
Yeah, you're biting it.
Which
you're,
is
Let's go!
whatever ectoplasm tastes like. It's a little weird, but yeah, that's what you. Yeah, I don't know, like
I'm assuming pure gelatin, like just unflavored.
Yeah, that or like something like weird,
milk.
like old banana, sorry, like yeah, 1920s banana flavor or something.
Tofu.
But yeah, that is my turn.
Okay, well, it seems to shift its jaw a little bit in potential agony, or maybe you're not. Maybe it likes to like you stabbing it. You're not sure, but it seems
I
to
fucking
shake its
bit it.
jaw heavily as you bite it. But yeah, that's total damage. Is what is total damage? It's
That's 11 piercing, 6 force, and 15 necrotic.
okay.
So 31.
Okay. All right.
Would that constitute a concentration for saving throw?
I
would say so.
what?
I think it's a saving throw on your end, not its.
Oh, my end. Oh, I have to roll. Oh,
No. Check the stat block.
Yeah.
He's asking
Yeah.
for. He's asking to see if it needs to maintain concentration on the force choke.
oh yeah, you're right. That's probably what I should be thinking. Yeah, actually, yes, it does. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Oh wow, yeah. As the draught does that, thank you for reminding me. Yakram, you fall 5 feet and you no longer are restrained.
Beautiful. Thank you, Trot.
Drop still like latched onto its leg.
Now you're just Jeff from Marvel Rivals who just swallowed them all.
Okay. That's your turn. Yakram, your turn.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm sprinting towards this motherfucker. And, wait, actually. Because I'm within 5 feet of someone else, my, where is it? Aura of Treachery. Yeah. If I'm... There you go. I got advantage on my attacks. Yeah, there. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 hits, yeah.
Alright. And I would like to pack a smite onto that. And I would like to attack it again. I'm assuming that hits as well.
Why is your maul doing so much damage?
Because of the subclass that I have.
Okay.
Because I don't need to have, what's it called? Finesse
Oh, like,
weapons?
yeah, you don't need to for a
I
particular
can use heavy
subclass.
weapons. So my sneak attack is a 46. And because I use Great Weapon Mastery, it's a plus 10 to that. My strength is a 7. So it's a plus 17. And because of my insignia of... Where is it? Insignia of Claws, it's a plus 1 to attack and a plus 1 to damage. So it's a plus 18 to damage.
Ooh.
And it's magical.
Okay.
So that is 63...
Sneak attack only gets applied
70.
once per turn.
Yep.
Yeah. So the second
my
attack
bad,
shouldn't be
my
that
bad,
high.
my bad, my bad, my bad, my
Oh.
bad, my bad. Yeah. Thank you
Wait,
for
you-
catching that.
Wait, you typically roll sneak attack a little separately. Did you put it in the roll for the attack?
They
I
did,
put it in the roll.
yes.
That makes it a little. I mean, that's not too bad, but it's confusing.
I mean it.
It's the first time it has actually happened that I got the sneak attack on my Great Maul.
That's not too bad. Okay.
I-
So it would be Okay. So like 54. Okay.
54 and a smite.
Which
Oh,
was
where's
the-
this?
just
That's
underneath it, the 13.
Oh, okay. The 5 is 13. Okay.
So that's 67.
This thing's like jaw is just rattling, and you start to see like parts of its form are clearly like missing partially. And this thing looks really, I guess, injured. You call it injured per se. I mean, it doesn't have a necessarily a physical body per se, but it clearly is looking quite damaged, if you could use that term. Yeah. Is it your turn, Yakon?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you do that, you kind of do hear a slight wispy sound coming from back here. Suddenly, so this thing looks back at you, and a little bit of the, not all of it, but some of the areas where you attacked seem to start to regrow a little bit, like reform somewhat. And the creature just looks at you in anguish and anger. And seems to then start to make a loud, like, I guess, blowing sound per se, as it or more so even a howl, I'll say, and which we focused upon Draught, and Yagram.
Yes, sir.
I would like you to roll. Oh, actually. Oh wait, that's not how that works. Never mind. Ignore that. I'll do that. I'll do it later. Rather, what it actually does is it hits you with its weapon.
Okay.
I'm changing it just because I just realized it would be kind of that makes sense to do it in that way it was. Okay. Yeah, it goes to try to hit you, Yagram. Does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Take 26 force damage as it kind of smashes its like partial, mostly ethereal like morning star into you. And then Draught, does a 28 hit?
Yeah.
Okay, take 27 force damage.
Oh.
Also, you would be here, Yagram, not right, since this is part of its token.
My bad.
To be clear, to be clear, if you want to do like fun stuff, sometimes you could do like if you click your token and you hold Alt, you can kind of drag it out of place and do things like that. It's not the most helpful for certain things, like obviously for it's more of an aesthetic thing. In the case, because it's gonna be confusing for in case of like opportunity attacks and whatnot. But like sometimes I'll make things a little bit smaller, like this, like do things like this for effect. Or
Wait,
or
you said click it and then hold Alt.
Yeah, hold
Yeah.
Alt, and then you can. Actually, let me rephrase this. You can't resize your token, can you? Never mind. I forgot you couldn't do that. Never mind.
No, sadly I can't.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. It seems to kind of hold its ground and just say, and it speaks and simply says, "Your despair is coming." Then, from behind it, smoke bellows out, or more so, not even smoke, just the presence of a cloud almost kind of reveals itself. And you see kind of down this little stairs, you see this equally large figure that looks leagues more menacing. It is a grim, skeletal frame with less skeletal hands, coming with chains bellowing from it, or not really bellowing, but sliding out from it, with the rest of its form being a cloud per se even. And it then kind of seemingly, either not caring or who knows what, seems to push a slow wind, not a slow wind, an intensely cold wind your way, sliding up the stairs and sliding directly through this creature here and into you. This wind's intensive and, well, chilling even. I would like you to roll a con saving throw, both of you. And let me see if it gets to Jabu. It might be long enough.
Was it supposed to be an advantage?
14.
13.
It does not reach Jevabu.
That is a 14 from me.
Yep. You both fail.
Damn.
You said a 14.
We're both gonna go down.
What was the other one?
Nah,
A 14 or what?
14 and a 13.
Okay, you still okay. Perfect.
That's both our saving throws.
Yeah.
You take
4,000 ice damage.
Okay, let me just roll this.
I'm probably gonna be downed.
How low are you?
I've got 33 health.
Okay.
Ooh.
Should I be mean or nice?
Would it be metagame to say I have cold damage from my magic item because I have constantly forget to actually say I do that? I'm fine with either option.
You said your magic item does cold damage?
No, my magic item once per on long rest, it lets me choose one damage type to resistance to.
It'd be too late now. You'd have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have forgotten that every time.
Either way, give me an answer. Yes or no. Like, should I be mean or nice?
Be nice, be nice, be nice.
Because it rhymes with ice.
Okay.
And that's nice.
Take 28 cold damage.
See? That's not that bad.
I'm literally on 5.
I'll give you 5 HP next round.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be so helpful. I get sneezed at, I'm gonna be dead.
It's gotta be a mighty powerful sneeze.
He just fucking wafted his hand at us and look at us.
What you do note, though, is as it does this chilling kind of wind, like the creature in front of you stays its form, but it looks. It's hard to tell if it's taking damage from this or if it just looks uncomfortable about it. But, it's actually hard to tell what it's even thinking or what it's doing because it doesn't really have a very expressible face. But it doesn't seem to obviously be affected by it. But it does, at least to some degree, look like it. How do I phrase? It does. It looks like I won't say anything about it. I'll say I won't say anything. Okay. I don't want to accidentally metagame. Jebabu, what do you do?
Help us!
Well, okay, so like the breath, it came like out pretty close to us, so I definitely
It didn't hit you.
like I saw the breath.
Yeah.
It hit me?
It did not hit you.
Okay, but like I definitely saw that happen. And I probably heard that happening.
Yeah, this is your punishment for disturbing these
No.
potential catacombs, or I mean, well, it might be catacombs. You don't know. Could be a
I
storage
plead the
space
5th.
or an art gallery.
I plead
Or
the
a
second
temple.
right to bear arms.
Not good shit either.
Well, there are some bear skeletons nearby. You could rip those off. Okay.
I'm good.
What are you doing, Jebabu?
Okay. Man. I'm gonna hold my action. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of stay at the bottom of the rope here and hold my action. Let's see. Looking up, everybody, what's like if they're not in initiative order up there, are they?
Is anyone looking down, or is the rest
Yeah,
of you
like
just
up
kind of chilling around?
up there? Could they like
Oh,
hear what happened?
Snowcap says they're keeping watch. I don't know if that means keeping watch below or just waiting upset. I'm not sure. I would say that they might be. I'll let people determine if they want to jump down here, but I would say that it wouldn't be like obvious, or more so, I would assume that people who went up are probably just waiting on the other people to come up, or they made their own choices. I'll let them kind of DM me what they do,
Okay.
as in, I don't want to speak for them or like set a standard for like what they need to do.
Okay. I'm gonna hold my action and wait until Nornalis does something. I'm going to move.
Nornalis isn't there.
Oh wait, he's not.
Nornalis is up.
Just for
Yeah,
recording.
he's up
It's
there.
just for recording.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, that's right.
Sorry, I
Hold
just
it.
like seeing the map too as well.
No, you're good.
Honestly,
y'all
if someone
forgot
else
when
wants
that
to do that
happened.
as well.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm going up then. I can't. I'm gonna die too.
Yeah, you would see I would say Amethyst looking down at you, and you can just tell by her like glances that Amethyst is not Amethyst, sorry, Sardonyx is not coming back down there.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can either like
I'm
go up
going.
with her, or you can stay down and fight, but they're not helping you now that because you contributed to the. Well, actually, I don't
No,
know.
I'm going up. I totally gapped out. I forgot
More
Nornalis.
so, I don't know about you. Well, maybe you can type of jokes, but they're definitely not going to help Drott and Yagrum, who definitely caused some problems here.
I'm gonna climb up. I'm using my movement. Climb up the ladder. Or sorry, not the ladder, the rope.
Okay. You get up to the surface. That's the end of your turn. Okay. Draw. It's your turn.
How badly hurt is the thing in front of me looking?
Fairly bad hurt. It looks like it's. I mean, another pretty decent hit or two could probably take it down. Or I say decent. Another another good hit from the aggro could definitely take it down.
The question is, do I stay in character or try and stay alive?
Stay in character.
That's a rough one.
It's always going to be the
Yeah.
answer.
Stay in character. I can heal you. I can heal you. Don't worry.
Not well, actually, that's not always the right answer. Given there is some circumstance where it could be funky, but in this case, I'll say yeah, it's the right answer. Most like 90% of the time, it's the right answer.
Well, Drot swings with his greatsword to the thing. A 17 hit.
A 17 does hit. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Let's get this bread, dude. Let's get this bread.
17. Then the 4 is going to be from the wound. I'll get on the start of its turn. Yeah.
But
And then Drop bites it
Yes. Come on. Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
at 12.
I do. That's
Okay.
29 damage. That's better than my average.
Does
that
it hit for 12?
Does it hit? Down.
This thing is looking very injured though.
My turn's not done.
Like it is like so
Yeah.
much of its body is missing. It looks like or kind of like serrated somewhat. It's like barely there, or not quite barely there, but it looks clearly extremely injured right now.
And then I use my bonus action to claw it, because that's the thing I get to do. I get to make 2 claw attacks in my bonus action.
Wait. Because wait. You have a thing that lets you make 2 attacks as a bonus action?
Yeah, but only if I use my bite attack.
That is.
Wait.
And what
No,
is
wait,
your
wait,
bite
whoa.
attack? Is your bite attack
Whoa.
an action?
Yeah, my bite
Making
attack's
2 attacks
attack.
as a bonus action is weird.
it's a
Oh,
part of.
Otherwise, just post it otherwise.
You oppose the ability.
Yeah.
All right,
Just click and roll 20. Oh wait, you don't have the. Okay, well, this is why you
I
should have had.
I could literally do it.
Copy and paste it. Yay.
I believe.
I don't deny that it.
Oh lord, that's a lot.
It's
That's a
literally the
lot of
whole subclass.
As a written in one little thing. Oh, okay. As a bonus
Well, not the
action,
whole
make a
subclass, it's just like the
attack.
whole
You can make
gimmick
a
of the
claw
subclass.
attack. 5th level, your muscles strengthen and your movements quicken. You can make 2. Ooh. Yeah, I'm okay. This is wild. Okay, stylize it a little bit. I'll say these claw attacks look a little like eel-like or serpentine, maybe. I don't know if that's what we describe them, but I'll say if they look like anything, they look like that. Okay, yeah, go for it. Make these attacks.
I rolled 1, and it's
That hits.
I'm
you can-
obviously going to smite on that one.
If you can deal, okay, you go for it if you want. Albeit this thing looks extremely weak looking right now. Like
Well,
more injured than anything you faced so far in terms of something being injured.
Oh, it didn't do it as a crit. Oh well, I'll just fucking the extra d6 from that.
Meta-wise, I say Norlis. There's a different reason why I said that rather than just haha Ian moment. That's a hint I'll give you. Albeit an unhelpful hint, I think.
So there goes my last funny little pack slot
Wait, he's more it.
for a ridiculous amount of damage.
Yeah. That kills it. How'd you want to kill it?
I'm rolling my funny damage.
Excuse
we
me?
love
Excuse me? Excuse me?
No,
That's
what is this?
That's a
Yeah, what-
maxed out smite, and it's critted. Remember,
What?
you double.
No,
Yeah.
okay, what?
I mean, it's dead anyway. I just wanted to roll it for the funsies.
Okay, so that wasn't okay. I was like, what? I was like,
Okay,
what?
There we go. Okay, but this thing's so yeah, you
But yeah, smite. It's a ghost, so
Okay.
it's an undead, so that'd be
But-
68, double that.
okay, so how did you want to
12d8.
kill it again? I'm sorry if I missed it. You claw out. It's
Yeah, he just like swings his great sword, misses his bite, and then like as he's like using the force of the great sword to basically just swing himself around a sort of cartwheel and just like claw its fucking chest open.
Okay. Yeah, you claw its chest open, and the ethereal chest of its body kind of, well, not quite as it pops out like the other ones, but it kind of, yeah, it basically kind of pops a little bit. And then it begins to dissipate from there. Albeit the forms are not quite in the same way as some of the other ghosts. Albeit as perhaps as a greater being in terms of ghost standards, I guess, or form. So it's the way it kind of dissipates. It's a little bit different than the others, but you've definitely killed it.
Then that's Drot's turn.
Okay. However,
Are you sure you don't want to use
you
your
made the mistake of
movement?
staying here.
There's no
They
fucking
can.
point.
Okay.
Yagram says he's gonna heal me. He's gotta be next to me to heal me.
No, it's you guys have.
But what about you? Realize there's another creature, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you're saying it.
Okay.
That's why we're saying it. Yep. What
Hear
do
me
you
out
do,
here.
Yagram? Yes,
Just-
absolutely. Yes, you make
we're-
so cap. Yeah, you can.
Word to
Down here.
Drot right now. Right now, it would be tactically more advantageous for the both of us if we retreat, heal up properly, and then go back into the fight.
Drot will move his movement to here. That's his
Okay.
max
Very
movement.
Good, attaboy. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking follow right up.
I'm gonna need healing, or I'm gonna get like touched by it and die.
I'm gonna touch you. I'm gonna cure wounds you at level 2. I don't have any higher spell slots. Oh no, wait! No, fuck that. I'll heal you at level. What's it called? Level 3.
Yeah.
Wait.
I feel like you might have used those for smites though.
No, I use level 1s.
Cool.
Wait, why do I have level 3 spell slots but not level 3? Oh, fuck it. Level 3 cure wounds.
Oh. Yeah, dog. 13.
No,
Oh wait, no, that's a lot more than 13.
that's 28.
Yeah.
Nearly a max roll.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, damn. I am going to use my bonus action to dash into this corner.
Fucking rogues.
Yeah, and get on my level. That will be my turn for now.
Okay.
Doesn't even matter. I used all my shit anyway.
20, 25, 30, 35. Okay. It reaches its hand out as to grab you, but you're clearly too far.
I'm gonna get fucking chokehold.
Vengeance will occur. My son and their friends be avenged. The craftsman, their majesty, shall never have been broken. Greater than it has. It says in Giant. Do either of you speak Giant?
I think I do.
Okay, yeah, you understand what it's
No.
saying. Drot, you have no clue. It sounds like like something like that. Okay. But it moves up, and as you kind of look at it, it's clear that this creature is like really kind of has like a blurred form to it. It's pretty obvious that if you try to like fight this thing, it's gonna be hard to kind of make good hits towards it. As in like whatever its main form is kind of hard to see per se. Okay. Drot, what do you do?
I draw off. I draw to the thing, which was like 5-10 feet. Then I will Then I'll climb up and then use a dash action to finish climbing up.
Okay.
I have yet again burnt nearly all
Okay.
my resources in one combat.
All right, that's your turn. Yakram, your
I
turn.
follow suit. I'm getting the right the fuck upstairs.
Okay. So you're also dashing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's out, by the way.
I know. Okay, so you guys are
And I'd
back
like to
up.
use my action to slam down the metal gate or lid.
Do a athletics check. Yeah, athletics. Roll athletics. Well, actually, wait. No, that would be your action. Not
Yeah.
like gonna be that bonus action. So
Rogue.
you.
Rogue
Uh,
bonus action dash.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Where's the? If you guys over, there you go. Yeah, you managed to push this thing down. And it seems to kind of hit this thing as it kind of. Well, sorry, it wouldn't hit this thing because it wouldn't be here yet. It would still be over here. But after your turn, it would move up there. I'm sorry, I feel bad for doing that.
Okay.
But you could if you look down and saw it move it, you could probably do that. But that would be after the fact.
Yeah.
As in, if you like waited to do that, you could still do it. So that's fine because it was still gonna move over there. So yeah, I'll say you do kind of knock it down there, like break it and knock it. Which Jeff might not like since they they went small, so they wouldn't do that, I guess. But yeah, it seems like it might have hurt this creature in some way potentially. Okay, so you guys are now up and back up outside of the well. It's clear that there might have been wherever it was down there, potentially, like, since there was a stairwell, potentially led to some more of the various like underground structures down there. But it's clear that the party has some differences in regards to archaeological ethics amongst a lot of adventuring ethics per se. Okay, let's continue.
I would move over here and just kind of stand at the ready with them all. Just precautionary because I saw it coming after me.
Okay. Okay, so what you guys do? And I'll say, actually, let me rephrase this. Who is where? Because I assume most of you are like looking down the well.
I'm here now.
Arnlis is
Okay.
where he is, sitting on a stone wall.
Okay,
here
so what
now.
you guys do?
Well done, Drot. I'm pretty sure it's going to come after us, though. So keep your wits about you. As for the rest of you, the fuck was that?
Mr. Yakram, I suppose, let's answer a question with a question. What is an important place to you? Any
I
place.
suppose my bed.
Your bed,
I suppose
yes.
my bed.
So, if I were to come into, let's say, your room, yes, your room, and sit on your bed, do you think the party should stop you from beating the ever-loving piss out of me?
No, but you're kind of confusing two things. You see, you and I are alive. That thing cannot pass on. It's stuck. I are relieved of its misery. And dead does not mean alive, and it sure as hell doesn't mean content. I'm
No,
doing my duty as the
We
paladin.
are doing... This is a repeated situation that you had just yesterday, or my timeline's a little rough, so I'm going to call it yesterday. Just yesterday had the same exchange with young Snowcap.
Yes, a pointless exchange as well.
But answer the
That
question.
sort of behavior.
Answer
That
the
sort of
question.
behavior is going to get everyone killed.
No.
And yes, I did.
I'm sorry, but who are the ones half dead right now?
No thanks to you, of course.
Why
I
would
do
I give
believe,
you
I do
ever-loving
believe
shit a helping?
Jebber was still half dead. You could have tended to him in time.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
was hurt from previous encounters.
My point still stands though.
Yeah, exactly.
My point is, Jeffabu didn't start breaking shit randomly.
And let's be clear,
I-
we didn't leave because we wished for the ghost to stay alive. We left because we didn't wish to continue watching your destructive behavior.
I was not previously informed that you do not wish for me to smash pots.
It wasn't something I thought I needed to tell you. We don't go around just smashing things willy-nilly.
Well, you see, as a higher life form, a kobold, it is very much in my nature to do.
I want to fucking
Throw-
rebuke that, but
I-
I might in character and out of character love and hate that.
Mr. Anden, Snowcap, Jeffabu. I refuse to do petty squabbles. My goal is down there.
I'm sorry, but most people here can't fly, and down there pointing through the pointing the well seems to be the most logical way to get down.
As you
two.
say that, Drot, you noted. What's your passive perception?
14.
19.
What direction are you looking? Are you looking at Sardonyx?
I am looking at Sardonyx right now.
Okay. With a 14, you kind of at the corner of your eye, you see something happen. And I guess all of you do, but from your perspective, that's how I want to frame it, because it's spookiest. It simply phases through the ground and silently emerges as smoke or more so mist spews up from, not even from, like, partially from the well, but mostly just from the ground.
What?
It's
You're
simply
all involved
there.
now.
Just saying, I had a
I am
ready
not
action for
attacking
this.
it.
But yeah, Yagram did say he was ready for
They
it. It
absolutely
popped up.
did. They absolutely did.
Go for it.
It popped up. Bonk. Ow. Whack a
Is it
ghost.
just a straight roll, or do I add something?
No, you'd be at advantage. You have an ally within 5 feet of it.
Oh.
You're a rogue.
Rogue. Well,
That's
yeah,
a
that's
22.
That's not an advantage.
Oh. I am very silly.
I mean,
18.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I
I will,
meant for
by the way,
crit fishing.
since given the circumstance, I will have you guys reroll initiative, assuming you're doing that. If you are immediately jumping off the cliff, you can do that otherwise.
Go on, Jebaboo, jump off a cliff.
See, some people might do that. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. That. So you well. Okay, you held your action, but
For an attack.
I guess that, yeah, for a attack, and so that was the 22. Do I hit that hit?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just gonna roll my initiative now. Yep.
And smite second level on top of that. Oh, yeah, that's trash.
Thank God my little funny subclass feature hasn't deactivated yet.
Okay, so you seem to mash this thing as it kind of emerges, Yagram, and everyone else roll initiative if you wish to participate. I mean, you could if you stay still, maybe this thing might not attack you. You don't know, but either way, roll initiative.
Damn.
Leave my village, my home. I won't let desecrators stay in such a place. You shall be taken and disposed of. Desecrator.
You hear that, Jebaboo? You're gonna die!
Such a shit stain.
Nornless, what
Yeah.
do you do? It seems to be that this thing which you never saw, I don't think you saw, has now emerged from the ground, clearly chasing after Draught and Yagrum. What do you do? Do you fight this thing, or do you run, or do you take the Sardonyx route?
For clarity, I'm pretty certain Nornless had left before even the first big ghost was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
You have no clue what happened with this thing. Albeit this thing is extremely impressive looking and is clearly a just looking at this thing. This looks like it's gonna be a significant threat. Who knows what the hell this is, but most likely it's some 1,000-year-old mega ghost or something. Oh, but actually, you probably have a more intricate answer than that. Not a mega ghost. Yeah, what do you do?
A giga ghost.
sorry, I must preserve life over undeath. And reaches down and grabs I'm just doing this thematically, mind you. Grabs a shattered piece of pot left next to the rubbled wall and smashes it to bits on top of the stone wall that is left over in order to fulfill the material component of an item distasteful to the target, and casts banishment on the ghost.
Alright!
Okay.
And
What does it have to roll? Charisma?
that is a charisma saving throw. DC 20.
I was gonna do that, but I thought funny smite crit.
Tiki.
Rolled a 10.
And Nornless banishes it to the astral plane.
Okay. What do you guys do? You have a little bit of time to work with. What do you do?
And mind you,
In turn order first.
if the target is native to the plane, or not native to the plane that it is currently on, as in the prime material plane, it does not return after a minute's passed.
I got a feeling it's from here.
I have a feeling spirits are all from the astral plane.
I actually don't know that.
Neither do I. But that was... yeah.
Solid guess.
So... I hope that it can remain at rest in the astral sea, but... time will tell in a minute's time. If you wish to heal yourself in that time, or in any way you're able to, I recommend it. But hopefully, I've allowed it the rest that you all have disturbed it. And Nornless sits back down on a stone and waits while concentrating on his spell.
Well, Drought's gonna lick himself using lay on hands to heal himself for 10.
I love that. Do that. That's great. You fucking rabbit animal. Mind you, I say that endearingly, as offensive as that sounds at face value.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself at first level.
Snowcap, Jeffabu, Sardonyx, do you do anything?
Let me move over here.
Yes.
I will also be running an action to smack it when it reappears.
Hey, Ditto.
We got a minute. That's more than enough time to literally heal myself and then get ready to smack at my greatsword.
I'm gonna use the last of my lay on hands.
Amethyst, is that what you're doing, or are you just singing? Like in game? Okay.
I'm gonna call up all the things flying below and make this even more hectic.
So I suppose a minute passes with Yagrum and Draught readying an action should it reappear. Jevabu doing the same, question mark?
Yeah. Let me check.
That Jevabu?
Yeah, you're muted.
Chief? Oh.
He was darting around a little bit, but he's still muted, so... Ooh.
Oh, now, yeah, I will ready my attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're also readying an attack.
You're gonna want to move to a spot where you can hit it though.
They are. They are.
But it was like, yeah,
Isn't he? Okay.
It was right there.
yeah.
So I guess my best guess would be stand here.
He's not gonna.
He's gonna
I'm
reappear
gonna-
right where he was.
I don't know if I can get there.
You can.
I
you
mean-
can. You're probably
Yeah,
big
you can
enough that you can stand on the wall. I don't think
Yeah,
it's
I'll
a
just, like-
mass wall.
Yeah.
Just lean against it or something.
Nah,
you know?
close enough.
Alrighty.
Like, well,
Also,
Mostly fog anyway.
also, if it does reappear, it has to reappear in a spot where other people are not anyway. So
oh, it should get like pushed over the well.
It's gonna be
Is
right
snow
there.
cap readying in action or anything?
Nope.
So we wait a minute, and Norlis hopes that he's allowed at rest in the Astral Sea. But a minute passes, and the spell comes to an end.
So Ian, does it reappear?
For reference, in case you wanted to read it, Ian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm just typing something up for someone. That's all.
Unless, how long did you say this stuff would last?
Hopefully forever, but at the least a minute.
Alright.
I hope you're ready to cast. Yeah. I hope you're ready to cast a spell when it reappears.
He made the fucking thing vanish. I think he's done enough for now. Seems like the coast is clear, everyone.
The ghost is clear.
Oh,
Take
fuck you.
8d8 psychic damage.
Just waiting for Ian's go ahead.
Oh, I was just typing something up that was important. That's all.
You're good, no stress.
Does the big spooky ghost reappear?
He's in the middle of doing something he just said.
Okay, yes, sir. Okay. So yeah. You see, as you guys are using this brief time, Sardonyx seems to make a song, and oh well, okay. Actually, you can do that. You can do the thing you said you're going to do on your turn.
I was doing it. all
Well,
this time.
that was two different things. You did the thing, and now the second thing you said that's a different thing.
I was doing that.
What?
I was.
Huh? That's not. That's okay. Go to. Okay, I hate to do this. Go to Hidden Secrets.
Okay.
If Drop's gonna die, he's gonna die with someone. Someone's gonna come down with him if he dies.
Yeah, that ghost, I ain't dying. Besides, I'll bring you back.
Why'd you revivify?
Nah, you're just not. I'm just gonna heal you. I'm just gonna say no to death.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure nobody has access to Revivify.
High enough paladins do.
We don't have a High Paladin.
Yeah, you know, I kind of had this edgy phase back in my youth. I was kind of a rogue for a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
Sardonyx should have access to it.
Do bards get access to it normally?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. If not,
Wait, do we have it? Wait, we don't have a cleric. Does anyone have spare to dying?
No.
no.
Fuck.
Well.
Shit.
The answer is we have no dedicated support outside of Sardonyx, and well,
I mean, Norlis is all support. Unfortunately, it doesn't help you with healing, though.
Yeah, you don't get any spells in there, do you?
Nope, they don't let wizards heal. I had to argue with Ian originally to let me have the healing elixir spell way back when, and that's just a basic potion maker.
Just multi-class into cleric.
No.
Either
It's
way,
not allowed?
Okay, question. This thing. So how this works is, notice, is if something is moved into the space it moves directly next to it, correct?
yeah, it gets into like the nearest closest spot it can.
Okay. In that case, Here. It reappears.
Just.
On Norlis's turn? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you need to like still like it properly worked. Oh no, never mind. It is
It's
properly ordered. So yep, Jebaboo and Yagram,
You
hit
see
it.
Yeah, you see it doing that.
Go on, Jebaboo. Smack it.
Fuck him up.
Give it.
You see it reappear. It looks aghast. What do you do? Norlis.
I wish you would have just stayed. Sorry. And he just hits you with a firebolt. Or tries to.
I was going to let you live. The others. I was not. You are now in that category.
Sorry. I respect the dead, but I protect the living. 21 to hit.
We respect foes who do not respect us. So you protect foes who do not respect us. Okay, yeah. You said it was 21 to hit? Hits?
Just 10 fire damage.
Okay.
And Nornless backs up.
Okay.
That's it.
Sardonyx. What do you do?
You know what I'm doing.
Oh, you know what she's doing?
Yeah, she does
Yep.
what she's doing.
Yep.
She's doing the thing.
I would like you to roll a performance check. Sardonyx.
What?
Oh, wow. Okay. You seem to get its attention. Okay. Well, I will say, sorry, how me reframe this. You seem to have done a decent job. I'll frame it that way. At doing what you're doing. I don't want to frame it in a way that be misunderstood by others. Oh, wait. Okay. Trot, it's your turn.
Could I move?
Sorry, actually, let me freeze. Is that all you do, Sardonyx?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm not fighting that thing.
Could I move there? There.
You can try, yeah. I mean, there's the pit in the way, so you have to kind of, it'd be difficult terrain, kind of.
I mean, like
there's no longer like a thing you can stand on since you guys pushed it down. So yeah, you'd have to kind of like.
I
It'd be
mean,
a
kind of
little
like
awkward.
standing on.
You can-
I mean, like
I-
standing on the outside of
You're
the.
wait,
Like,
I take it back. You're 3 feet tall, so you can kind of get around it, I guess.
Wait,
Yeah.
Ian. I didn't. I just closed the thing. I didn't throw it down. I just closed the
I
lid.
thought you said you pushed it down. What?
You can't
Yeah,
push it down.
slammed
You
it
can't
down.
push it down.
You could do mash it and break it. Yeah, like I said, you.
Anyway,
I thought-
it's intact. You can't
I
do
thought
it.
that was the idea.
My bad.
anyway, Drot will be moving there, like sliding along, and then taking a
Okay,
hit.
you're in a
with-
little awkward position, but you can. It's like, but you know, if you get
Advantage.
knocked against, you might fall down that pit, though.
I mean, Drot's not that big. He'd probably just get knocked into the side of the wall. Oh well. 17 to hit. Ian.
Yes, that hits.
18, then 14, then he'll take the necrotic damage at the start of his turn. And then Drot tries to bite it. Yeah. I'm guessing a 16 hits. Ian?
Yes, a 16 hits. Does your bite do magic damage?
Yes.
Okay.
7 piercing damage, and because I bit him, I get to try and claw him.
Does the claws do magic damage?
Yes.
Okay. I will say there's something I need to let you know. But I forgot to do with Normless, and I apologize for that. That attacks against us are made at disadvantage.
All right.
Why?
I apologize. I'll say Normless will hit just for the sake of things, since I forgot to on my end. But yes.
Why?
Like.
Did I fail a
because of-
check?
No. You didn't fail
13.
anything. This is
Yeah, it's just got an effect, I
yeah.
imagine.
Okay.
Due to this
Understood.
form, I described it earlier, but basically it has
Got it.
it's hard to tell what's cloud and what's its form. It's very blurred and constantly
Anyway,
kind of moving.
Copy that.
So yeah, does the 13 hit?
13 hits, yes.
So then it's 12 damage, and then the 22 from the early.
What is your total damage?
From all my attacks. I'll be rolling from disadvantage from now on, now that I know it's a thing. 22... 29... So it's 29 from my fucking biting and clawing it. And then 14 from my sword, and then it'll take 4 necrotic on the start of its turn. And that is my turn.
Okay. Snowcap, what you do? You said 40 total, you said? So you go Snowcap, I apologize. Alright, write it down.
Snowcap is going to continue to do nothing.
Based. I'm gonna give you inspiration for. Well, I mean, I probably should give another person inspiration for their thing, but yeah, I'll give you inspiration for that. I'll give a boom point to someone else for their thing. Okay. Yeah. So Jevabu, your turn.
Fucking get him.
Okay, I'm gonna take another swing at him. Oh wait, sorry. I'm going to bonus action rage, and then I'm going to swing at him. 20 to hit. Unnatural.
That hits.
Okay. 19 points of damage. 2 of that's cold. Ooh.
I don't believe you hit that one.
Swing again and a critical miss.
Okay. Yeah, that's your turn. Is that your turn?
Bonus action. Yeah.
That's it.
Ian, it needs to make the funny little con save, because my greatsword.
It got 17.
Ah, damn it, fucking. I'll never be able to stack wounds.
Okay. How about this? Jevabu, roll a 1d4 or flip a coin. And I'm picking you arbitrarily. This isn't going to be relevant to Jevabu.
D4 or flip
Actually,
a coin. I'm going to guess that my choice of what to roll doesn't matter. I rolled a D4
Is a 1 or 2
and I got a
okay,
2.
Okay, I'm going to view the first 2 as a heads, and the 3 and 4 as the tails, and
two.
Draught
Alright.
is the heads, and Diagon's the tails, so it's attacking
Alright.
Draught.
Oh, I
Okay,
thought his was good and tails was bad.
Draught does a 30 hit.
I think it just might.
Okay,
31.
take 24 force damage, 13 necrotic, and roll a con save.
Give me the total damage.
Okay, the total damage is 37. Yeah, 37.
I'll roll a con save now.
Yep.
That
What'd
is
you
a
get?
15.
Okay. You're okay. Well, here's the thing. It's important I told you how much necrotic, because your hit point maximum is reduced by 13. This will last until your next long rest. And
Yeah.
then, that was just its first of the two. Now it's going to hit Yagram.
Okay.
Or try to. Yagram is a 29 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like you to take 23 force damage and 12 necrotic, and I'd like you to roll a Constitution saving throw. And while you do that, what had happened is this thing had reached out and simply grazed its hand, albeit viciously, against Draught, and basically it's just like it was a forceful mass of like wind and perhaps undeath, and it's a similar effect to last time, albeit also just mashing heavily against your body, kind of almost like the angling was different, it might have even pushed you down the well, but which could happen next time, which would be rather bad. Okay. You succeed. You're fine, Yagram. Yagram, it's now your turn.
I'm sorry, didn't you say that was the first of 3 for Draught?
I said first of 2.
Yeah.
I said it was attack Draught first and then attack Yagram. I'd rolled to
I
see
swear
who
I heard
attack
3,
hit
but
first.
okay.
I get killed.
Let me see if it says free. It's nope, it makes 2 attacks.
No, I'm not trying to get y'all killed, just making sure things are fair.
Oh, to be clear, what I should have done is taken your suggestion. That would have been fun. Okay, whatever. Yagram, your turn.
Does it look in any way, shape, or form damaged?
It looks fairly damaged. It doesn't look that injured, but it looks fairly injured. It looks like it's like I feel like more than half of its form is kind of fatal a bit, albeit it's due to how it looks. It's hard to tell, honestly. This is of all the things this is like the least easy to determine damage with because of how blurry this thing looks to begin with.
Okay. Just a question: are just ranged attacks at disadvantage, or is everything at disadvantage?
You won't know until you attack.
Yeah.
I'm assuming everything's at disadvantage.
That's what I would assume, but you don't know.
Yep. Well, I mean, I'll just tell you for the sake of things, roll disadvantage when you're attacking this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, but because of my subclass, I have advantage, so it's just a straight roll. Okay.
Correct. Without sneak attack.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Unless you have... Wait, no, I'm sorry. That's not how that works. You still have sneak attack if you have an ally.
So with sneak attack or not?
Yes, with.
Oh, thank you, dear God. Okay,
Once
so
per turn.
Yeah, so once. Not one. Beautiful. And then dirty 20.
That hits.
Alright, rolling damage. And I am going to throw a third level branding... fuck it, branding smite.
That's not how that works. You have to bonus action beforehand. You can do a regular smite.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, my bad. Thank you very much. I'll just throw on a third level smite then.
So it'll be 4d8, 5d8.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So it's
You
an extra
didn't. Your
42.
sneak attack wasn't on that, by the way.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It's
'Cause-
it should have been.
yeah.
Oh! My bad. Thank you.
You could just roll 2 more d6, but that works too.
I've got it all mapped out here. It's
I believe you.
It's very deep, bro. Alright, that's a 51 damage. God, what have I fucking created? Y'all gotta kill this character.
I mean, I'll just push him off the edge in a second.
Yeah,
I
do
mean,
that.
he almost did it to himself a little bit ago.
Yeah, we'll hear.
I'll let natural selection take you out.
Yeah, we'll hear some crunching.
No, it was just boom.
Okay.
It takes 51
it's
damage.
Yeah, this thing looks rather injured.
Huzzah.
It looks like it has still a little. It's not nearly as injured as the thing you saw earlier when it was close to its death, but this thing is looking pretty bad. Albeit, still, it's hard to tell specific. Like you think it's pretty bad, but like it looks. The damage of this thing is kind of hard to tell because of how everything continuously is faded in and out by clouds, so it's rather difficult to determine. Normalus, your turn.
I cast Toll of the Dead. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw. It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yep. Ignite?
It takes 12 necrotic damage.
You seem to, wait. Okay. It doesn't seem affected at all.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, I take it back. Actually, sorry. It doesn't look deeply affected.
Okay.
Rephrase that.
Alrighty. Sardonyx, it's your turn.
Sardonyx, you hear a slight flapping of wings, but that's all I'll say in terms of that. What would you like to do?
Step a little bit back. Okay. And then I end my turn. I would most
Okay.
definitely possibly
Okay.
continue
If you
singing.
wanted to try to hold your action to do something, you may.
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm possibly continuing singing, but I just stepped back a little bit.
Draw your turn.
I need to.
Directly behind you is a whole what? Sorry, it's not. Okay, I take it back. So you guys didn't. Okay, just to confirm, Yagram, did you? You said you didn't mash it down. You just.
They
kept
just
it,
closed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Either way. Okay. Well, either way, it got up here not through the through the well, but just by simply going through solid
So
rock.
if I get knocked back, I'm not going to fall and splat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, unless of course you're too heavy, but probably not. Well, I mean,
I'm a
actually,
fucking
no, I
cobalt.
take it back. No, you might, because the rocks are taking off this thing, so your weight might be enough to shift it, and you will fall. The lid's not like great. Yeah. The lid is like shifts to either side, so if you fall on one side, you might end up being enough weight to push through, and you could fall.
Just fall properly, bro.
Yeah, I'll just take the chance. I roll to hit with my greatsword.
Okay.
I fucking don't hit, apparently.
That hits. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
no, it
that
doesn't.
hits.
Roll disadvantage. Sorry, roll
No, that
again.
is at disadvantage.
What do you mean?
can hover. You can hover over it.
Okay,
and it
what
shows
are
you
the
the
two things you
results.
got?
A
The
3
10
and a
for
4.
He's rolling from
Huh?
he's rolling from beyond 20 or whatever. So it
Yeah,
does it
you
weirdly.
Yeah, you can just hover
Beyond
over
20
it.
never does it that strangely.
Literally,
I don't. So you said
literally,
you
you
got.
can hover over the roll itself. It'll show you what
I
his
see
individual
3
rolls
and
were.
a 4.
Yes.
I have no. Okay, so yeah, you miss. Okay. Alright. Is that your turn?
Second attack.
Then I go to bite it. Fucking hate the skips. Ooh. So that's another miss.
What did you
Boy, Buddha.
Okay.
That was also that could have been a 20. Because I tried to bite it, I get to try and claw it. Oh.
What did you get for
16.
that? That hits.
Oh.
Thank you.
7. Now I'll use my second claw. Oh. I miss again. So yeah, that's 7 damage, and that's going to be Then I'm going to move around to behind Jevabu. So you can take an opportunity attack against me. Then that's my turn.
Okay.
So is it not trying to hit me as I move?
We'll see. I'm gonna. Since you did move, yes, it does have an opportunity attack. So we'll try to do that. Oh, you didn't disengage, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I tried to damage
does a
it.
32 hit?
Yeah. Yeah, 32's a hit.
Oh boy. Okay. You take. Well, I guess first roll the con saving throw.
Alright.
Okay. You feel that. Take 19 force damage and
Yeah.
12 necrotic.
Yeah.
Wait, let me just make certain of this. It's it rolled correctly. Okay, good. Because it crit, by the way. Okay, so we just for how this works. Okay. So
Do I move and then get down, or do I get down?
Here's the thing.
Oh, am
You
I
guys
dead?
see it. Yeah, you see it grasp you and simply rake your body and pull you into it, leaving much of your armor and clothes and rending your body. You are a mess of some bones and some body, but a lot of your form has been taken up into the cloud, causing it to become a red mist. Draw it, you're dead.
Wait. Oh.
Yes. So yeah.
Never mind.
Snowcap, your choice of an activity.
Hold on.
Ian.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So.
As much as I'd refuse to help you
use-
guys, I would not
use
allow you
reaction
to
to have it
fall.
instead. Or just to what? Okay. So quick
This
term.
can just happen when a creature
Okay.
is within 30 feet of me.
So okay, just make sure this makes sense.
Yeah, I would have been 30 feet no matter what.
It didn't die because of a certain damage limit. It died because of a mechanic, where if you are
I
reduced to
still need
0
to
to
drop-
it, you die. So okay.
I
So
still
but-
dropped to 0 health, which then would trigger the ability.
Okay, sure. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. I will say, just a reminder, you will your health is reduced by 12
Yeah,
necrotic.
I know. I've done it.
But as in, so yeah, so the previous thing and that, so yeah, okay. All right, so yeah, you see, they seem to Amethyst seems to use her connection to, well, who knows what at this point.
I'm not dead.
Possibly a dead god, possibly a live god for his Velger, or Piazzi, who knows which one, or a certain other circumstance, to seem to use a technique they haven't used before, and you watch as they kind of quickly. Well, actually, how do you want to do it, Sardonyx? What movement do you want to what do you want to view your reaction as in terms of your what you do?
I would say
Simply
a shadow creeps out from beneath my wings and just launches itself at Draught right
Okay.
before the hand hits him.
Oh, okay. In that case, okay. So we're gonna like have it undo the death. Okay, that works. Yeah. So this hand seems to rake them, and you're expecting something horrific to happen. And maybe there is a bit of blood. Yeah, but I'd say there is a lot of blood that occurs. But either way, Draught seems to stand still, and seems to stand still. Sorry, is still standing, and it's not dead. Oh, I got excited for it. That was gonna be super fun. But yay!
I'm not dead. I'm getting better.
Okay. Yay. That was quite scary. Oh, Snowcap, your turn.
I
As
am. Oh. There's not really.
Wait, it's a strong ability. You can use it for everyone. What?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't. I am
Mind
still.
you, if Yagrum dies, I cannot use this right now. I need to have my turn come back.
Still,
'Cause I need to use
it's
it
still
right
way
now.
too strong. It's still way too strong.
This is a conversation for after.
This is a
Deception.
conversation that should have happened when I gave him the opportunity as a subclass, and
It's a
I'll take
conversation that did happen when you gave them the subclass.
Yep. I know. Yep. I don't know why I forgot about it. We haven't used it for so long, so I've forgotten about it. But yeah, okay. It is your turn, Snowcap.
I'm not dead yet. I'm getting better. I'm feeling
Okay.
quite well, actually.
I will.
Are you attacking?
I'm considering.
Considering.
I take out a pinch of dirt. I kind of just rub it into my hands and I touch sardonyx.
Is that your turn then, I guess?
Yes.
Debu.
Yep, it's your turn.
Okay. Gonna take some
So,
swings at him.
Oh.
Is that another? Oh my god, another one.
Shit. Ignore the thing I just did.
Oh boy. Yeah, that misses. But you cast the long strider on Sardonyx or yourself.
Oh, ignore the first strike thing. Fucking.
No, but I asked for the long strider. Did you catch? I missed something. I'm sorry. I was writing something up as we did that. I apologize.
Yeah,
Did you
the long
cast
strider
long
on
strider on
Sardonyx.
yourself? Okay. That hits.
17 hit. Cool. 12 damage. That is my turn.
Okay. Okay, this thing is looking really bad. It looks almost like a cloud at this point. It's hard to tell if it's even alive. If it is, it might be dead. You're not sure. Like it didn't like seem to do anything too crazy, so it might still be alive, but it's so like you've done so much damage to it that its like physical form is really hard to make out. Albeit you still have a general idea of where it kind of is, but it's definitely difficult. Is that your turn? Oh, we're going again. Oh no, sorry, that's when you rolled previously. Never mind. I was looking at something. Is that your turn?
That's both attacks unless he's got
Okay.
his little like totem tusk thing as a bonus action.
Yep, that's it. Oh wait, that's right. I can do that as a bonus. I will do that. The Tome Tusk it took. Thank you for reminding me. Where is it?
Okay. Okay.
Oh, sorry. Oh, nope. 9 does not hit.
No, it misses. But if it did, probably would have killed it. Okay. So,
Ooh.
suddenly, some of you, I would say Snowcap and Sardonyx, I mean, mostly Sardonyx, but Betsy Snowcap, when they moved up, I think they would start to hear a slight kind of, the sound of wings, per se. But then suddenly, you hear something fly up. Something big. It's like almost blasts of wind kind of almost happen when this thing kind of spreads its wings. And you see a absolutely fuck huge bird emerge from beneath you, it seems? There must be a ledge or something down there. And seems to kind of fly in place. It seems to look at Sardonyx for half a second. And then its gaze is immediately pushed to Jevabu. Jevabu, you would know that in the far north, rocks, or more so, there are giant birds that are known for feeding on mammoths. And in southern regions, they typically feed on normal elephants.
Okay, so is this something that I've experienced before, or is this?
You've heard tales, if you want to, but you've heard tales at the very least of these creatures. If you've seen it, it's been a very long time.
Gotcha.
Oh, that was quick.
Understood. That's a big one.
That was my fault. I didn't mean to click that. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So I was afraid
Yeah,
to.
no. That
I was afraid you did that because you're like Ian. You can't play Batman music.
No,
That's like bad.
I literally did not mean to do that.
Okay,
Sorry.
good. Okay. All right. You can speak to birds. It's simply because it took a lot to fly up here, albeit it still has some movement. It can. 5, 10, 20, 25. Already kind of starting to rest right here a little bit. Grasping onto the ledge, kind of pushing some of the stones out of the way a little bit by happenstance of it, letting it rest. And it seems to like have eyed Sardonyx quite a bit, but now it's looking directly at Jevabu. It can move a little bit more. Let's see if it has the reach. If you'd like to do a certain thing, a certain person can, but you need to DM me and at me right now. Let's see if it has let me see. Nope, it has a 10-foot reach. It's sticking right there, and it doesn't seem to concern itself with Yagram. However, this thing is, Yagram, does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Roll a
Yagram.
con. Roll these con save.
Hey, at least you can get to play your Drogar.
That fails. Take should it be nice or should actually I think wait, I think either way, sorry. Okay. Take 12 force and 10 necrotic. And since you fail the con save, I'll just read it out so I can be you're clear what I mean by this. Your hit point maximum is
Yeah.
reduced by 10 necrotic damage, meaning your hit point maximum will be reduced by that until your long rest. So it's not just like taking. So it's like if your hit point maximum is 80, now it's 70 until the next rest.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay. Okay, this is a mechanic that comes up every now and then, but mostly with enemies I don't use that often. But yeah.
Well, I'm
Okay.
still kicking.
Okay.
Okay. Then it hits you again.
Not gonna
Well,
happen.
Okay.
It's either Yabru or Jebru, because I'm behind Jebru.
Okay. Then it starts to this creature looks at the bird, and its body briefly, its head almost curls out a little bit to cackle in its skull-like form as it starts to move directly downward.
Oh, opportunity attacks. Yeah, dog.
Yep. I mean, technically you can try to do opportunity attacks as it
Yeah.
tries to move downward. Well, actually, here's the thing. How this would work is that if it moved away, you could do that. But since it's going directly downward,
I mean, it's still
That is-
moving out of reach.
Yeah. yeah. Well, no, but it's a huge creature, so by the time it's like finally out of reach, it would
it's
be
bumped its
like
head.
I guess I guess you guys have that. Also you do still have disadvantage, but yeah, I guess you can. I was gonna say it wouldn't make sense, but yeah, it makes sense. Okay, that hits.
Sneak attack doesn't get applied here, right?
No, it does.
I mean,
It's
you're
once
still-
it's once per turn, not round.
Yeah.
So you can do it on reaction attacks.
Quickly, smite it. Probably out of spell slots.
I've still got 2.
Okay, you see this thing, you
Oh,
mash it, and its skull just flashes into like dust, and the fog and like cloud-like form spews out into the air, and like a whirlwind of sorts, but not an intensive whirlwind, and then kind of dissipates as little like sprinkles of dust and like maybe like spectral jewelry. Nothing like fully realized, but like little bits of dust and flakes kind of etched down below. However, it's clear that there's a new issue here. Someone had a plan and recognized something, but it seems to be that they may have forgotten a certain dietary standard. Yagram, it's your turn, and regardless of what you just did, standing behind you is a absolutely perhaps the largest living creature you've ever seen, unless you've seen a whale, which I guess you've seen a whale, so the second biggest thing you've seen.
Well, I would kindly like to use my action to cure wounds myself at...
Okay.
Oh shit, I still have a third level one left. Damn, that's really fucking bad.
Here, dog. 18.
Yeah. And that means I'm out of level 3 slots. Alright, and I would kindly like to move away from it.
First of all, this is. Do you move over the well?
No, I kind of skid. Oh, what happened?
It did.
I mean, did you move? You move from Jevelu space?
Yeah, I kind
Okay.
of moved like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you do a? Well, here's the thing. So you move around there.
Yeah.
Okay. So this sudden breach of movement away from it, albeit you did attack the thing earlier, I'll be fair. I'm gonna be nice. Roll a. Give me a flip a coin, Yagram.
I'll just do it like this if you don't mind.
So that's tails.
It's a free.
Okay. You got tails? Okay.
Yeah.
It did not. Okay. Its focus is still on Jevabu, or at least it seems to be. It has not harmed you. It did not harm you. It has done nothing. Its focus is still on Jevabu.
Okay, what in the fucking nine realms is that?
You see
Bird.
a very big bird, and it's not. Maybe you've heard of rocks as being like giant eagles or huge hawks, or perhaps like sometimes they're colorful red and green feathers or other things. This thing is like maybe a vulture. Who knows what? It is a terrifying presence. It is like abnormally unpleasant. At least to some extent, maybe normally unpleasant, but it is clearly a fearsome creature that does not look friendly.
Okay.
Nornless. Sorry, Yagram. Is it your turn, or would you like?
Who's responsible for this thing?
Roll a insight. I'll let you roll an insight. Yagram.
Wait. I was more asking.
Unless you're actually saying that, but I am.
I was actually asking it.
Oh, okay. Well, I will say with the insight, you can actually ask it if you want. Go for it. But I will say with the insight, well, you're in the heat of battle, so it's hard to really get two guesstimates. So in terms of visual stuff, you're not too great. But in terms of what you heard, you did hear Sardonyx make some weird noises. As in more so, she seemed to sing a bit, and she was kind of towards the edge, so maybe they had something to do with it.
enough.
They have wings, and the bird has wings, so maybe there's some correlation, but that would be a weak correlation. But they certainly they might have gotten their attention, possibly, since you didn't hear anyone else like do anything like that would seem like that. But it's possible. So yeah, you could possibly, your best guess I think would be Sardonyx,
Okay.
if one of the party members caused this to happen.
That's my entire turn.
Okay. Albeit I will say you did also say that, so people can respond quickly if you want. Norlis, it's your turn.
Norlis sees the bird and can also see Sardonyx at the same breath. How is Sardonyx responding to the bird's arrival?
Sardonyx.
Yeah, that's a question for them, though.
I'll tell them. Sardonyx, this is a you know the stories of rocks. You might have even seen rock before. Rocks are varied, and this is not what you were expecting. This was, now that you get a close look at it, this is not some majestic giant hawk or huge like bird of red and green. This is a disturbed looking like vulturous being. So Sardonyx, how are you reacting to this?
Like in a second's description.
I guess I'd look at it like I know I called it, so I wouldn't be as appalled, because I think, generally speaking, I didn't picture rocks to be any form of any ways, to be honest. I'm surprised at how big it is, I would say that. But I'm more or less like, yes, this is my doing. It's written all over my face.
Does it look like you're beckoning the bird?
Probably not right
I guess
now.
you can see that. Yeah, it's not my turn yet, so
Yeah.
it only
Well,
just
no,
came up.
things are happening in tandem as these 6 seconds pass.
Okay,
This
then,
thing is
yeah.
bigger than the
I'd
dragon you saw, by the
I'd
way.
like to know just how you're reacting as Nornless is taking a half to full second to determine whether or not to start attacking.
I guess
this.
you can say, like, you can see her like kind of motioning towards the bird as if she's about to walk towards it or something.
All right. Miss Nicholas, you summoned this creature? And that's Norlis's turn. It is your turn, Amethyst.
Okay. To be honest, I didn't think it was going to work. I normally just listen to what the things say, and I felt like this was the right thing at the time. Hello? I'm speaking to the rock here.
You hear it, so some of you start to hear it. It seems to make a unpleasant squawk. With its face it's still pointed towards Jevabu. Thank you, singer of a siren I am unfamiliar with. Thank you for the meal.
No. You
I was
misunderstand.
there.
This is a friend. However, I can get you meals. Just not that one in particular.
Hi.
Okay, for your I'll have you roll persuasion. And that's gonna be viewed kind of as your action.
Oh,
No, I will say I'm look. Oh, okay, yeah, that'll work. It better be worthy. Even calling my presence,
I have.
but not to give me anything.
To be fair, this is my first time. I was unsure that it was going to work to begin with.
Okay. For the sake of this thing, Draught, are you intending on doing anything?
Drop is going to back the fuck up to here.
Okay. Well, I will say because of the persuasion, you rolled well enough that its head just like shifts towards you. Its focus is no longer Jevabu. It might still attack you guys, but it's clearly not going to immediately go after Jevabu. You seem to have garnered its interest, and it clearly is now speaking directly to you, Sardonyx. You've got its attention. And Draught, now it's Draught's turn, and Draught, you move over there. Okay.
I move over there and end my
actually,
turn.
To be fair, were you intending to do anything else, Sardonyx? Besides speaking?
No.
And you can
No,
speak a
I
little
was
bit more
just-
to it here and there throughout the turn order.
Okay.
Albeit if people try to, yeah. I'm gonna keep it turn order just to keep it of attention. Since I think they'll be present. Snowcap, what are you doing?
I'm moving here.
Okay. Snowcap, I would like you to roll a history check.
Yep.
Okay. Because you crit, and not that it was normally count, but because you got particularly high, and also because you crit. You've actually seen this thing before, a very long time ago. When you were very young, you've seen a bird that was huge, that had big white feathers, and had this ghastly form. And when you were young, you used to have nightmares of this thing. But and you were told it was just like an albatross or something, and the albatrosses are friendly and mean no harm. But you have this like moment where like you realize like part of you like deep like these memories you've kept from so long ago kind of rush back to you, and it's almost like this old nightmare of yours is fully realized standing right there. What do you do?
I just kind of like, grab, just kind of like lightly hold Sardonyx's like arm. It's just okay. Out of character, this is like just to like in case I need to do what is it called? Cure wounds.
Excuse me.
Okay, Javabu, what are you doing? This huge bird seems to have focused in on you, but now its attention is focused on Sardonyx. It's moved its head clearly in her direction. What do you do?
Well, Jevy Boo is about to really throw down with that bird, but I'm really glad. He's really glad. Sardonyx is taking away the attention, so I'm just gonna just back up a little bit and get my bearings.
Wild shape.
That's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Roll. What's your passive perception?
Mine?
Yeah.
11.
Move of 11. That's not great, but I can say that you do notice, at the very least, that although its head is positioned towards Sardonyx, its left eye is still eyeing you.
Okay.
It begins. Okay, it looks again to Sardonyx. What will you bring me? And you guys hear is this like, this like a disturbing squawk, almost like a roar, almost, but kind of in a, like a thrashy, like nasty noise. What will you bring me?
Wait, okay. I'm gonna ask one thing first. Hold on. That's the precursor. This will determine what I'm going to say.
That would be possible.
Okay.
That's a very unexpected answer. That's an interesting direction to take things. I don't, but yeah, you could. Albeit whether it would,
True.
whether it would go out there is uncertain. But if you're just talking about doing something there and bringing it here, I mean, yeah, you could do that. I mean, well, theoretically.
No, I was gonna. Okay. What would you
But
desire? Although, most of my means to feed things like you are back home at Agdale.
I wanted to speak. Whatever I feast upon, I wish for it to speak.
That could be most arranged. If you have no problems, I can send a message to them and have them prepare a large feast for you. And if you like hunting, even better.
Prepare. Will it be brought to my domain? I have an agreed upon servitude.
Well, that can also be arranged. My only request is, we need a bit of help getting
If-
down to the shore.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh,
I'm gonna say that you get the idea that if you did those things, it probably would not kill you. But if you're gonna go the extra mile, you're gonna need to really
Wait, if I
make
did
your
what?
case well. So you roll persuasion.
Wait, if I did what? Sorry.
You get the idea if you appeased it in this way, then it wouldn't attack you right now and try to kill you.
Mhm.
Versus like trying to get the extra mile of this thing is possible, but you're gonna need to roll pretty well. And attempting even saying that and doing rolling pretty badly could lead to bad outcomes.
Wait, the extra mile, as in helping us
Yeah.
get down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this thing is not suddenly going super friendly with you. It's making demands and making its case and learning what you
I
can
have
do, but
agreed to its
clearly this
demands.
isn't like a yeah. Well,
Confused. How's it going the extra mile if it hasn't done anything for us yet? Isn't this like the beginning of the
no,
bargain?
it's
Fucking not
mean-
eat us.
well, yeah, it's like it showed up.
And
Mhm.
It saw food and like, okay, hey, I'm here, feed me, and the implication is if you don't, it's gonna eat it on, eat Jevaboo regardless, or perhaps sardonyx. Now that you're looking at it,
I don't mind rolling. I can. Hmm.
okay, did you roll the
I'm
Persuasion?
going to roll it now. Damn, I forgot you don't
Because
even
there is another
keep.
thing I wanted to say, but I don't want to get sidelined because what you roll matters a bit.
Oh god, okay. Oh my god.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
Ooh.
it grits its beak. Pledge servitude to me, and I will do this for you and your companions this once. Down to the shoreline or down to the ledge?
To the shoreline.
wait. I'm just making sure you heard them right. They
Down
said
to the shoreline or
no,
down to the ledge?
no. You did not hear them right. Pledge
Oh,
servitude
So
to
pledge
me,
servitude.
and I will take you down the mountain or down the cliff. Pledge servitude to me. Is what they said.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
What language are you speaking? Sardonyx.
By the way,
I am directly speaking to the bird.
yeah, this bird you can't understand. You guys cannot understand. It's literally squeaking. Normally,
Excellent.
you didn't hear what
Lovely.
that. You have no,
That's-
it is like, it is like if you go to like. Okay, have you ever had a neighbor that raised birds?
Yeah.
Okay, have you ever been to like a PetSmart? Okay, like imagine like just like a really, like a, I don't know, like if I guess parrot noises, but like worse, or maybe not that. It's a grisly like squawk.
Okay.
I'll accept.
I own chickens.
I would ask what you're accepting, but I can't fucking understand you either, because you're squawking
Yeah.
like a bird back.
Wait, what would Snowcat be able to understand this?
No. Unless you can
Can
speak
you
with
speak
beasts.
bird?
I pretty much always have speak beast.
I think you have speak to beasts, not speak with beasts. I think those are functionally different things. I think you are understood by animals. I don't think you inherently understand animals. Unless I'm incorrect. 'Cause-
We did something funky where I basically had it be that they could kind of understand beats a little bit, not quite as well as Sardonyx. Sardonyx is literally speaking that. The idea is I gave Snowcap like they can kind of an awkward. We probably should work out fix this up a little bit or something.
Okay.
But they can kind of understand stuff. So Snowcap would have a better understanding of what's going on than the rest of you guys, but they wouldn't perfectly you wouldn't literally know everything. They would be able to based off head movements and a bunch of other stuff, they would get a general grasp of what's happening. Like they would to some extent. They
Alright.
know what deal's being made is what I'd say.
Alright. Mid conversation, near, probably close to the end. Alright, if we need to go down the cliff, I can just, yes, I can cast Featherfall on everyone, whenever you're ready.
I'll turn to my list. I'll say, okay, I'll turn back to the brain.
What did it say?
He said he has other means to carry us down.
You already accepted
Although this,
loyalty to me. If you do that, I will kill all of you.
although I am still going to provide you with that meal regardless, just for
No, we have
summoning
locked
you.
in. I am doing the task we agreed upon, and your servitude with me begins. I will grasp one of you by each of you one by one and take you below, and your servitude for me will exist. We can agree upon circumstances later. But for now, as in much later, but for now, I will do this task. If you do anything else, I will consume what you have brought me, even regardless if that was your intention.
Wait, sorry, can you say that again? I'm having like that last part of the statement. Is he like, if we go with the route of feather falling, he still wants me to bring him stuff to eat?
No, if you do the featherfall,
Okay.
he's gonna kill you all.
Okay.
You've locked
Okay.
in. You've locked
You've
in.
worded
It's
that so
doing
great.
that. It is not cool if if you guys do that. It's gonna like a bad time is coming. You've locked in. It's gonna do the task because it didn't want to. It clearly wasn't like is in a position where it wouldn't just normally like do a service, not just for you, but take down all of you. So now that it's locked, it's kind of gonna do this and gonna go for it. It's not gonna back down from this. It's doing it, and if you guys back down, it's gonna it'll view that as an insult essentially.
Okay, I guess we're
And
doing this.
you're trivializing it. It would be basically viewing you as trivializing its like circumstances, or it's trivializing its choice to help you in that manner. So what do you say? Sorry if I cut you off a bit and you didn't mean to.
I guess we're doing this. It's not like I have a choice.
Okay. I'm gonna give you the option. Do you want to end now, or do you want to end in like however long this takes? Another like 8 minutes.
I'd say just end now.
Yeah.
No.
But you could
Because
just
because this could be this could go out a bit longer than this could end up being a whole
Oh.
thing, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
Yeah, can we end now?
Okay. And keep in mind, I will say I witnessed this outcome mostly because it was clear Sardonyx took a long time to determine if they were gonna go for it or not because it took a while to roll. So I am gonna I didn't want to. I didn't view this as like just a happenstance thing. I want to make sure that people were locked in to do it, and you did. So yeah. Okay. Yee. Okay. Who would like to go for some boon points?
I will give my boon point to Yagram for brewing it up and not leaving behind drop.
I'm gonna turn off the music so we get some silence.
Mine will quite easily go to Draught for having the balls to keep fighting.
Who would like to go next?
I'll go next. I'll give mine to Draught. Because yeah, y'all stay down there. I also would have given one to Yagram if y'all wouldn't have given one to each other. But Draught gets one. He had some funny lines. With the I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, the kobold fifth is smash all pots. That was that was pretty stupid, but I laughed pretty hard at it anyways. And then you hear that Jebaboo, he's talking to you when the spirit came up. That was pretty good too. So yeah, boom point to draw for those.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'll give a boom point to Yagram for not understanding where he's going wrong several times in a row.
Thank you.
Is that everyone? Besides me? I don't know if I don't remember if Snowcap.
Sardonyx and
um,
Snowcap. It's those two left.
Sardonyx, you go.
I'll give a boom point to learn a list.
Us.
Yeah, why? You have to explain. You have to
It's
give
basically
reason.
for like sharing the same values as Sardonyx
Thank
when
you.
it comes to
Not destroying things wantonly.
Yeah.
Now, if only they could hold Norlis's same regard about just sporadically making pacts with whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, dog.
Oh, I'll become an undead when I die? Oh, that's okay. Oh, I'm gonna become parasitized? That's okay. Oh, I'm gonna become servitude to a giant bird? That's okay. You can sell your soul now, if you can expedite this whole thing, like how much more do you are you going for a John Constantine vibe where 8 different demons own your soul and your body is like as several things like, oh, I claim their left arm on death. Like, what are you doing? Respectfully.
He doesn't smoke enough.
Respectfully. And like
Um,
I didn't say that lightheartedly, I do mean that jokingly. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give mine to Sardonyx for fucking pulling out a giant bird.
That's a
Um,
good reason.
I do think it's interesting the like Nautilus and Sardonyx thing because I was trying to think about how like Snowcap would react to this because it's undead. It's not like I don't know a creature.
Makes sense.
But yeah, Snowcap reacted the way he did because like it's clear they fucked up and they continue to mess around. They continue to fuck around and they are finding out.
Okay. I'm gonna give mine. I'm gonna give 2. One I'm gonna give to Jevaboo. Because I think they did something interesting, which is they maintained a kind of mid ground where they didn't destroy any of the pots, but they also attacked some of the ghosts, and they kind of like even towards the end, they were like partially climbing up the rope, and they kind of waited. They wanted to kind of try to help the others, but they also weren't necessarily like as aggro as Yagrum and Draught were. My next one I'm gonna do something I don't think I've ever done. I'm gonna give Sardonyx 2 points
Whoa.
because this is I don't. It was ballsy, but in a way that I don't know if you saw coming. But it was it was an ability I gave you a while ago, but not too long ago. But I wasn't sure when you're gonna use, and I'm happy that you picked up some hints I did and went for it. And then once you actually went with it, and it turned out to be not quite as what you were expecting. You went really well with it, and I mean, obviously rolled well, but even then, like I think you went about this in a really good way, and I like a lot of the ideas you had. Albeit, at one point I was assuming that you were going to take the party to that particular place you mentioned, which was something I would not have expected you to do. Albeit, I don't think that's what you meant. Well, now I know it's not what you meant, but I like the whole bit. I'm not gonna do this very often, but I wanted to give you like an extra boost because this is a really cool thing. I kind of want to give more to other people, but certain people have already gotten so many for the same kind of things. That I would be giving them to. But yeah, this is a good session. I enjoyed this a lot.
More drought or farming. Let's go.
Yeah, it is. I don't feel that. I feel there's a range of being Murdo Hellboy, and you guys maybe get a little bit close to it, but not quite. but I think you do it in such a way that doesn't feel shitty. It doesn't feel murder hobo-y, where it's like, yeah, they do kind of silly things, or they mash around, do whatever, but you know, that's what they're doing, and they keep to it. They don't just like kind of pal out and run away. If you're gonna mash around and break like ancient pottery, you better be ready to, you know, fight the ghosts that show up and try to mess with
They
you.
commit to the bet.
Yeah. And I also really like the idea that a lot of other party members are like, okay, we're not gonna like just help them. They're doing like, I'm ethically against what they just did. I'm just gonna go. And I actually liked that in that scene. That was really fun. That was really interesting. But really, like, this was an enjoyable session, I think.
I 100% didn't expect the inspiration for me just like not doing shit.
Yeah. Oh, God, oh boy. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a 1.2 for that. I forgot.
Hell
I know
yeah.
that feels really shitty, awkward to do both, but yeah, no, I liked that you were also like, just like, yeah, no, I'm even now I'm locked in to keep my like standard.